the next thing I did is I plugged in numbers, right?
Guys, sorry I'm late. I was having trouble getting it started, but now that I'm here, we can finally start. Let me just plug into my phone and start watching the game, and I can commentate. Very excited to start. Should be a fun podcast. Let me just tune into the game, which is about to start in a couple minutes. And then, yeah, we can start. Got my scorecard ready, which is basically writing down all the plays of the game, which has been a hobby of mine for the past 5 years. Very passionate about it. I've done about 400 in the past 5 years. So tonight's a very special game. It's the Yankees Red Sox, which is the biggest rivalry in sports. Sox can actually clinch the division tonight. The division is like teams playing, it's like teams from like a certification plan. So like for the Yankees and the Red Sox, they both play in the East, American League East. There's leagues, there's American League and National League. So having a little bit more difficulty, which is very frustrating. But it says right now that I need to sign to my TV provider on Fox Sports Go, which I already have done before. So just like a start. Everyone's excited as I am. I mean, I'm really into baseball, and I hope you guys can learn some stuff from what I talk about. You know, yeah. Sorry, it's just like I turned my TV provider, which is a little strange. It's never happened. Oh, there we go. Now it's like a watch. Great, it's turning on. Second. There we go. Now it's working. Great. Everything's working this time. So, Yankees pitcher on the mound, or the bum as they say, is Luis Severino, who was Yankees quote-unquote ace, who's their best pitcher on the team, best starting pitcher on the team. Severino's had some struggles as of late. He has there's a first half and the second half. The first half is before the All-Star break. The second half is after the All-Star break. He hasn't really been lived up to his ace status. Like, he was in the conversation with Cy Young, which is like the best pitcher award in each league. After the legendary Cy Young, who won 511 games and was inducted to the Hall of Fame in 1937. The reason why Severino's kind of fallen off is because people say his mechanics still had a pretty good season. He's right there showing his warm-up pitches. He was 17-8, which is a very good record with a 3.46 ERA. ERA is how many it's called earned run average, which is how many runs are allowed on the game. He averages around a game, so he pitches 6 innings out of 9 innings. He allows about 2 runs or so, and in 178 innings, he's had 207 strikeouts, which is an amazing ratio. Anytime you have more strikeouts than innings pitched, is amazing. That's incredibly mean. Strikeout over 1 batter an inning, or 30 outs. So it's just about to get underway. So, leading off is Mookie Betts, and Mookie Betts is in the conversation for the MVP award this year. And to start out as a ball inside. Betts is number 50. His actually initials stand for MLB. MLB is Major League Baseball. But for him, his parents name him initials MLB for baseball. There's ball in the dirt, so 2-0. Slider that missed down. And, he was also named after a basketball player named Mookie in the 70s. But when they were trying to find an ESPN, they actually couldn't find a specific basketball player. There's a ball high, 3-0 count. Not a great start for Severino. He's a straight thrower, and Mookie Betts is one of the best players in the game. He's on the verge of something what we call a 30-30 season, which is 30 homers and 30 steals, which is incredible. You don't see that too much nowadays. Oh, ball 4, wow. So he walked him on 4 pitches, which is just horrendous because he's an ace game. He just walked best players in baseball on 4 pitches, which is awful. Like walks aren't too bad, but a leadoff walk, they score about 50% of the time when you lead off an inning. And he's also very fast, and it's not really a good start for him. And now, who's batting now is Andrew Benintendi. Now, Aaron Judge was just incredible. I mean, this guy hit like 51. He's on the Yankees, if you didn't know that, which would be sad. But he hit like 51 homers last year and had like a 280 batting average. So you really can't beat that. I mean, that's one of the greatest rookie seasons ever. But Benintendi held his own 20 player last year. I mean, a very good year this year. He's a great left fielder, and he actually destroys Severino. He's very good against him. They just zoomed into manager Aaron Boone, who does not look too happy right now. Kind of the same demeanor as Girardi. Girardi's the former Yankee. And Severino pitches the 1-0, never balls. So 6 straight balls to start off the game. That's awful. That's not a good start. And as I said earlier, Red Sox can clinch divisions tonight, which would be really awful. So whenever you clinch division, you basically have a ticket to the playoffs. And it's annoying if they clinch it at Yankee Stadium, because that means they're going to celebrate at Yankee Stadium, make a whole mess of the clubhouse by pouring champagne. There we go, first strike. It was a slider low and away that Benintendi foul tipped. Foul tip is when the ball and the bat intersect, but it only hits a piece of the ball and the catcher catches it. So that was a good cut. He pulled his head out, which is like when your head turns like this when you swing, but it's a very powerful uppercut. He got him another slider, and now the count's 2-2. So Severino now he was touching the rosin bat, so usually you get that for a better feel of the baseball. One thing I do love about Severino, or I always loved about him, is his presence on the mound. He always has a very good demeanor, like a go-get attitude. Which is why it's a bit sad that he hasn't been as good as he has been in the second half. And here comes the 2-2. And he lines the ball up the middle, which is right to Hiss for the first out. That's trots back to first base. So it's good. We got 1 out, but now we got the dangerous JD Martinez up. Martinez is crazy when you think about it. Carlos Stanton won the NL MVP last year. MVP stands for most valuable player. And Stanton hit 59 homers last year. And he's had a good year this year. He's like 34 homers, 265 batting average. But JD Martinez has just been unreal. There's a strike on the inside corner at 95. So no balls, 1 strike on JD. And he's on the verge of we're very close to a triple crown. That means you lead your league in average, homers, and RBIs. Actually, a major league triple crown too. He's behind Mookie Betts in about 9 batting average points. Betts is batting 337, and JD's batting 328. So he's second MLB. He's also second in homers with 41 to Chris Davis with a K, who has 43 of the A's. He leads the majors in RBIs, which is when it's called run batted in, or when you responsible for driving in a runner. And there's the next pitch, which is a ball inside at 94. So 1 ball, 1 strike on JD. He leads the majors in RBIs 122, which is absolutely insane. You don't see too many players with over 100 RBIs, and he's just had that much in this short of a span, which is insane. And he's a very dangerous hitter. He was originally drafted by the Astros, who played in Houston. And there's a ball up the middle. It's a grounder to hits, and let's see. Betts went to third on that. So since Betts is fast, he went to third on the single from first, and now we got Then in the corners, first and third with 1 out. With Bogarts up, who's also become a very good hitter. So for that. Now, actually have a friend back home named Devin, who is a good friend of mine, and he's also a Red Sox fan, believe it or not. Wow, I know. I'm a Yankees fan. He's a Red Sox fan. Who knew we'd go on? He's also a great table tennis player. But anyway, he always said that he told me beginning of the season, Bogarts is better than Didi. And Didi Gregorius is the man who replaced Derek Jeter at shortstop for the Yankees. And this is during April when Didi was basically an MVP candidate, had like 10 homers. There's a strike low in his zone with Bogarts. So no balls, 1 strike, men in the corners with 1 out. But he's kind of running away. Bogarts might be a little better than Didi. I mean, they're both very good. I mean, Didi has 25 homers to Bogarts 21, but Didi also plays the Yankee Stadium, which is a bit of an easier park. So you got the ballpark factor is a bit of an adjustment. Betts is more RBIs, but he plays in a more stacked Red Sox lineup with Yankee kind of stacked as well, as better batting average. And they both play about the same defense and both the same amount of steals. So they have like very good careers. Ooh, nice slider down in the dirt. That was nasty. It started like the lower middle to zone, the strike zone, and this like just died down into like the lefty batter box. It's a dirty pitch. I love Severino when he's filled. I mean, this guy can hit like 100, has like a sharp 90-mile-per-hour slider, good changeup. Right now he has Bogart 0-2 count, hoping to get out of this inning unscathed. Yeah, so hopefully this is good. And here comes the pitch. It's ball in the dirt, inches blocks, but oh damn, so that's going to be a wild pitch. The runner on Betts did not score home, but JD took second on a very good read. Sanchez he was like blocking all year. I mean, that was a tough one. That's a slider in dirt that just ricocheted off his chest. But like, what you got to do is you got to block your chest to the plate so it's in front of you, and it just hit off his chest and went the other way. So if you're scoring at home, which I know probably none of you guys are, but it's just a saying. I'm scoring in Israel with my home, but yeah. So now we got second and third, 1 out, 1-2 count on Bogarts. So now that erases the double play. And here up. It's slightly in the outfield. GD calls him off. He runs back to infield. 2 outs. Great. It's awesome. So 1 more out, and Severino will come in the game. But let's see. His pitch count's already at 16, which is trying to throw about a 20-pitch inning, which is not great. First 20 pitches inning, you average about 5 innings a game, which is not get your starters too deep into ball games. Right now, as Mitch Moreland comes to the plate, and he was originally on the Rangers, but signed a multi-year deal with the Red Sox last year, and he's a pretty much guy, actually, and he's not a bad defensive first baseman. It says on the stat line 246 batting average, 15 homers, 67 RBIs. Not a bad fifth hitter for the very underrated first baseman. But he's solid. I mean, he's not like one of those big first baseman power guys, but he'll give you about 15, 20 homers a year and good solid defense, and he comes in clutch. There's the pitch, and it's a slider down. Sanchez goes down to visit Severino, and actually nowadays they have something called mound visits. So we always have mound visits, but what they do now is so you have 6 mound visits a game, which is kind of the rule to speed up baseball, and it's okay. I mean, the commissioner of baseball, Rob Manfred, to speed up baseball, and baseball's a naturally slow game, so it doesn't make too much sense to focus that much on it. But you know, I think the mound visits shortening can be a bit good, but it's funny, you see in the stadium now like a little circle, and it should, or like a little like corner, and there's 5 mound visits remaining. A little bit weird to go on a 1-0 count, but maybe they got crossed up or something, which is normal for Sanchez because, honestly, he's not the best defensive catcher. I mean, he has a great arm, but it's down a bit. And here's the 1-0. It's a slider that missed outside. So whatever he just told Severino didn't really work that much. Maybe they just crossed up, but he has crossed up a lot. Crossed up means pitcher and catcher are on the same page, so the catcher usually gives a signal, like with his finger to show what pitch he's going to throw, and they like some kind of like secret code alert the other team about what they're throwing. So someone gets crossed up. There we go. Nice chink, low and away. Moreland tried to pull the crap out of that. His head was coming out. His bat was like just long, which means like he comes like wraps around it. And he just missed that. Oh, there goes my phone. 1 second. Let me just go back into it. Luckily, I didn't lose the game. Just had to plug in my headphones. And there's a ball right back to Severino. He'll get out of this inning. Throws to first, 3 outs. Great. So he came unscathed. That's great. Awesome. Good job, Sevy. Severino's name is Sevy. So that's in a half inning. I'm just gonna take a quick break. It'll still be here, but I'm just gonna drink some tea really quick. So I'll be right back. But don't go away. Yeah, sorry about that. I think I'm gonna take a little bit of a break in between innings because, usually commentators, they speak in their person, and after it's a little try, and it's also a good time to take a break. So I was also, if you saw me looking down, I was writing down the start time for the game, which was 7:09 Eastern Standard Time or 2:09 a.m. here, and that's still like a 4-hour nap, I guess. Well, honestly, it wouldn't be a nap. It's just a schlep. At around 7, woke up at like 11, and then I couldn't go back to sleep, so I made myself some pasta, and now I'm watching the game. Or now I'm commenting the game. So on the bum for the Red Sox is, as we discussed earlier, bum is mound, is David Price. He just threw a ball outside. Now, Price is a very solid pitcher. He was originally on the Rays. Then he went to the Tigers and the Blue Jays. Now he's on the Red Sox, and he signed this crazy big deal last year for 7 years, $210 million, which is insane. Making one of the richest pitchers in history. And he's a very good pitcher. I mean, but he has had some trouble against the Yankees. His last 10 starts, 0-5 with 10.56 ERA. There's never ball outside. So Price actually used to dominate the Yankees on the Rays, but once he switched teams, he has something as well. He even said he has to really just change up his whole style of pitching just to pitch better against them, which is pretty ballsy to say of a pitcher. He doesn't throw as hard as he used to. He used to throw at 97, and I throw at 91. There's never ball outside. And McCutcheon has walked. That was weird. It said 3-0 on the pitch tracker here, but yes, it was actually 4 now. So McCutcheon's on first with a walk to start the inning. Like I said, leadoff walks are great. 50% of the time, the leadoff batter who scores. And hey, the Red Sox didn't score their leadoff guys, so maybe Yankees will. 50% chance, am I right? Price, like I said before, he used to throw like 98. He was very established lefty from Vanderbilt, which is a power players. Dansby Swanson, who's a shortstop for the Braves. David Price and Yankees pitcher Sonny Gray is also on the team. Up at the plate now is Aaron Judge, who just got back from a wrist injury that sidelined him since June 26. He came back to bat for the first time since then. The first pitch was a fastball that caught the lower end of the zone. Now he throws like 91 to 93. I guess he can dial back from 94, but you don't want to blow out your arm during a game. You're a starter, you got to conserve a bit, and he's a smarter pitcher now. Like he just can't blow everyone away with his 98 mile per hour fastball and good curve. Now he has to throw cutters and all that stuff. There's a cutter that just hit the end of the inside corner at low of the zone. So a cutter moves from at least a lefty cutter. It starts at point A and then it moves across. It's moves to the side. This cutter was started low middle and then ended inside. And Judge is a bit of a guesser, which means sometimes he kind of guesses what pitch he's going to hit. But But with that cutter, maybe he thought it was going to be inside, but it kind of just stopped, which is good. Good for Price. And last pitch just missed outside his zone, never cutter. This is an amazing stat. So against other teams, they're showing on the Yankees game right now, is it's 127 and 61, the 3 ERA against other teams. Yankees, has a 6 ERA or something, which is insane. Ooh, Judge just missed that one. It was high and away, 93 miles per hour, and when he fouled it right back, that means right on it. So he just missed crushing that one. Judge is an amazing power hitter. Anytime he has a hard swing, he thinks he can go a mile. And this guy hits 480-foot homers and batting practice like it's nothing. He's a freaking log. He's 282 pounds. It's a monster. And a fitting 99, which is not worn by too many players. Here's the 2-2. So what Judge just did is something. So usually, back in the older days of baseball, there'd be fixed positions or fixed places where the players would stand. But then realized, hey, players have specific tendencies of where they hit to. So second baseman lined up right behind the second base bag and caught it. So that's the first out, which is annoying. He hit that one hard. I'm sure it was he kind of extended his hands. He didn't get much on it, but still a solid hit. Usually if you're a player who was struggling back in the older baseball days, you hit the ball right up the middle. But as it shifts, they play him up the middle since that's his tendency, and they got him out. So hits just hit a slow ball to third base, and Nunez got him out. Great play. It was a slow chopper to third baseman Eduardo Nunez, who used to play for the Yankees and the Twins and the Giants as well. And he scooped it up, and then he threw it in the same motion to first base. And he just got hit, so he was very fast. At least he moved McCutchen, who was on first and second, but yeah. Now you got 2 outs, and hopefully Stanton will knock him in. Nunez has always been a defensive first player, but he started gaining some steam with the Twins when he started becoming a better hitter. He started getting some power, and he's actually always been a little fast, but he just didn't play as many games as I'd like to do. Cheater in third, but now he's kind of regressed a bit, but he's still a solid player. But yeah, I think a couple years he stole 30 bats, which is very rare nowadays. Right now the Major League Steal leader is Trey Turner with 40. The last pitch was a ball high to Giancarlo Stanton, who is the reigning MVP of the National League. he signed with the Yankees, or he got traded to the Yankees this year. And a couple years back, he signed on the largest contract in the North American sport. It's a 13-year, $325 million deal. So, or about $25 million annually. So he's had a decent season. I mean, he's not been like Yankees kind of expect him to have like 50 homers, but he has like 34. But he's a streaky guy, which is interesting. He carried us for a couple months, and then now he's kind of like he's not been as helpful because he's in a skid or slump, which means he has in the last stretch or last couple weeks. But hopefully he can do something against Price right here. It's a 2-1 count against him. Got to be a little better about balls and strikes, and not like when to announce them. So, all learning process. Stanton's stance is very unique. He has his right foot in front, his left foot in front of his right foot, and it's kind of like pointed towards right field and diagonally. Here's the 2-1. Ooh, God, just missed it. It was a pitch like middle inside, right down the heart of the plate or the middle of the plate, and it was 93 miles per hour, and he just missed it, fouled it right back. I mean, those sort of pitches, if you're a power hitter like Stanton, that you got to absolutely crush. So, wasted pitch right there, and now it's 2-2, and Price might be able to avoid this inning. And Stanton has 200 strikeouts this year, which is second to Yohan Moncada of the Chicago White Sox for most strikeouts in baseball. So, yeah, it's not that pretty. And Price used to be is a decent strikeout pitcher, so the interesting battle. There's a 2-2. God. It was a little bit inside, but Sandy Loney framed it well. He's a catcher, and he called him out, strike 3. That's the inning. So like I said, in between innings, I'm going to take a little break just to like catch my voice and all that stuff, so stay tuned. All right, we are back, and Severino started against Ian Kinsler with a fastball inside on 1. Here comes the 0-1. And he popped it up on a 94-mile-per-hour fastball high, and up, Bober's coming in. Has a run a good way, almost, let me turn that down, put that down. He ran the next post to Luke Voigt, who is the first baseman for the Yankees, and he just went to the first base side and kind of a little difficulty. Had to like he was doing this a lot, kind of just looked for the ball and ended up catching it. So first out. Wow. So showing some cool stats on the app I'm using, which I will not say, but Rays have gone 23-5. So since the last 20. Ooh, wow. G just caught a liner at his feet. He just fell down and he just caught it at his it was like a dime line drive, getting straight for a ground. He just caught it right by his feet. Great play. He got out batter after Kinsler, which is Eduardo Nunez, who we talked about last inning. So now there's 2 quick outs, which is great, only on 3 pitches. It's what Severino kind of needed after a 20-pitch inning last inning. It didn't kind of need it, but it does help us pitch down, and it's always good to have a quick inning so that way you can go longer in games. And here's Sandy Leon, who's the catcher for the Red Sox today. There's a fastball that caught the outside corner at 96 miles per hour for strike 1. Now, Leon's an interesting guy. Nice slider that ducked in on the outside corner for strike 2. Wow, working a quick inning. May not even have time to finish a report on Sandy Leon. He's a good caller. Oh wow, 3 pitches. Slider in the dirt. Sanchez throws to Voit to get the out. 3 outs already. Wow, that was incredibly fast inning. But as I was saying about Leon, I always kind of thought of him as this catcher who would turn out to be very good for them. Near a 300 hitter, a little bit of pop and good call of the game. He's now batting 182. And the Red Sox actually ranked dead last in terms of hitting production from catchers. This is the inning end, and I'm just going to take a 2-minute break. So, again, stay tuned. All right, we are back, and Diego Torres heads to plate. I'm going to continue a little bit, though. I was talking about last time about the Rays. The Rays are from Tampa Bay, Florida, and they were even supposed to win 70 games this year, and now they're fighting for the second wildcard spot for the A's. They don't have that much of a chance. These are 8 games out still behind them. And there's a strike in the outside corner of Didi. So it's a little bit kind of hard to tell what kind of pitch it is on the app I'm using because the lag and far away, and I have to use something called a VPN service, which allows me to watch games in America. And here comes the 0-1. Pops it up. And who's going to catch it? Benintendi right there. Caught it right here, which is what they don't teach you in basic training. But hey, he's a pro, so as long as you get the out, you can do whatever, pretty much. So 1 away. Yeah, as I was saying about the Rays, uses a unique strategy where their starter, which is the person who starts the game, usually the starter would go about try to pitch as long as you can in the game, but they have something called opener, which is where they pitch 1 and 2 innings. The tough guy's out, get your hard He's like a hearth-run relief pitcher. And there's a cutter that sneaks in on the outside corner too in Duhar. And but you only pitch for 2 innings, and they have another guy go for 4, and then the rest of the guys go for 1, and it kind of can switches up the hitters. Like you switch up the pitchers, so the hitters can't really get adjusted to them. And it's actually helped them do pretty well this year because it's pretty tough to hit against. They have and then their actual starter they have, Blake Snell, has 1.97 ERA, which is incredible. Like anytime you're under 3, that's really good, but when you're under 2, that's just amazing. The last pitch was the ball in the dirt, so it's a 1-1 count. And here comes the 1-1. And he fouled it to the right side. So 1-2. So yeah, Blake Snell has 20 wins, and he's in a conversation for Cy Young. He has over 200 strikeouts. And yeah, they've just been a solid team. I mean, if they were in the National League, they would have a playoff spot right now. I think they're 84-66, which is a very good record. The Yankees and A's both have over 90-plus wins, respectively. So it doesn't look like the Rays are going to make the playoffs this year, but surprise team, they definitely kudos to them. Ooh, there's a good shot. It is high to right field, and that one's gone. Yes. Yeah. There we go. Miguel Andujar, the guy who's up, which I should have mentioned, just hit his 25th homer. Wow. They just take a 1-0 lead. That was a pitch out of the strike zone, and he just pushed his hands at it and just went out. I love this guy. He's been carrying us all year. He's been our most consistent hitter. Okay, his defense isn't the best, but he has been the best rookie hitter in baseball this year. I know Shohei Ohtani, the Angels phenom, I will talk about a little bit more at some point, is also very good. He has 20 homers. He's also a pitcher, too. He's had more homers than fewer bats, but just do our day in, day out has helped the Yankees. And, this guy, I don't even know if he had 20 homers in the minor leagues a single season. Now he's 25. And, geez, that was, at the letters, which is, where, the logos are in the jersey. It was, he's just so good. I love him. You really can't complain about his offense. He has, the most extra base hits, doubles and homers. One of, the most ever for a Yankees rookie. 1-1 count to Sanchez, who just took a fastball outside. Now, Andujar hit the ball the other way, which is something Sanchez, Yankees backstop catcher, has had trouble. Here's the 1-1, ball inside, 2-1. Sanchez had trouble with for a while now. Last 2 years, he's been one of the best players in the game. He's had 53 homers and very good batting average and amazing third catcher. Great defensive players, 2-1. God, that was an awful swing. Jeez. It was a slider in the dirt at 87, but it was nowhere near a strike zone. Maybe it was a good slider, but this is what I'm talking about. His plate discipline isn't as good. His batting average is atrocious. He's batting 190. And and I think a large part of that is because he's not hitting the ball the other way. It's just annoying. To be a better hitter, you got to hit the ball the other way. But he used to do that very well. He has the capability of it. But he's trying to go pull mode. He's trying to homer every time. He's not even hitting as many homers as he did last year. There's a fastball that missed inside, 3-2. So, very disappointing year. If he was on this year, Yankees probably would have broke the home run record. The home run record is 264 homers by the 1997 Seattle Mariners. And Yankees had a they still have a chance to break it, but if Sanchez is on, no doubt about it. This guy would already have 28 homers or something by now. Should be 13 more or so. He's has here's a 3-2. And missed outside. He still gets his walks. But it's also sometimes plate discipline's a little weird. Swings it when he does make contact, swings at bad pitches or he makes contact and just at this point, he's missing the pitches he should hit for homers. Here's a guy who's up now, Luke Voigt, who has been very, very impressive since coming over. So he's traded their backup first baseman to the Twins during the waiver deadline trade. The waiver wires when some claims put a player on waivers and team claims to make a trade. Set the regular trade deadline, which ended. It's the waiver wire, the waiver trade deadline that ended August 31st. Here's the count, which is a slider that cut through the lower part of the strike zone for strike. So no balls, one strike on Luke Voigt. He's hit like 7 homers since coming here, and very good placement for Tyler Austin as the backup first. And there's a good single, right past the dive of Bogarts as Sanchez advances a second. So I got man on first and second with 1 out. Good position for Gleyber Torres. 1 second, just write down the score or the play. Oh wait, I made a mistake. I forgot to put in the 2 hours homework as I was talking, but that's all good. Just gotta fix that really quick. So hold on. So they're actually showing a video right now of Luke Voigt holding like a 200-pound like barbell with 1 arm, and he's just lifting it up. They just show like his workout video. And he's crazy strong. Like this guy's like a truck. Like he's like, I don't know. He looks like he's like 6'4", like 240 pounds. And yeah, like I said, he has 7 homers for the Yankees in like I don't know. Like 25 games or so. It's cooled off a bit, but he's still a very solid player, and he just put him in a better position to score. And batter right now is Gleyber Torres, who's also in the conversation rookie of the year. I mean, he's probably the most solid person defensively and offensively. He also has like 20-plus homers. He was injured for a bit. He's not as good as an offensive player as Duhar. Then you got to throw in Shohei Ohtani in there, who's on the Angels, who pitches and hits. And so it'll be an interesting rookie of the year race. Actually, a lot of good races this year. And, yeah. Price splits back at second to check on, yeah, he fouled it off. They just started pitching, he fouled it off. And it goes into foul territory, just out of the reach of Mitch Moreland in the stands. 0-2 count. And, yeah, I mean, he's a solid player. He's a good player. I mean, Yankees got him the Aroldis Chapman deal. Chapman, his closer, after he re-signed with them a couple years ago for 5 years. That was his contract. And the prize person they originally traded him in the 2016 trade deadline for Torres in return, and now he's the best player. One of the best young stars in baseball. He's only 21 years old. And Price splits back again. Here's the 0-2. And he swings and misses on a foul tip. So 2 outs. Yankees have trouble with runners in scoring position, which is pretty unfortunate. Because, like, I mean, they depend a lot on the power game and the home run surge. That's good. That's not a bad thing. But you need situational hitting if you're going to be a good playoff team. You got to be clutch. I mean, they still have another opportunity, but they just have like a low scoring position with that. Right now, my app just froze. It's a little annoying. Sound's still going, but the app froze, so just can click out of that really quick and go back to it. One second. Let's see, it's buffering. There we go. So apparently there's already been a strike. So there's an 0-1 count on McCutchen, who led off the game for the Yankees. There's the 0-1. Ball that just missed high at 94 miles per hour, so 1 ball, 1 strike. McCutchen is also a former MVP. So Yankees have a couple of former MVPs on this team. They were all-stars together a couple years back. Pittsburgh Pirates having the 2020 season. Talked to her about the 33rd season with that Bess on. There's never ball high, but basically the same place it was last pitch. So 2 balls, 1 strike. But just to repeat, 30-30 season is like 30 homers, 30 steals, which is very rare in today's game. McCutcheon had a 2020 season back in his MVP campaign in 2013. Now he went to the Giants, and he's not as good, but he's still productive. He's the Yankees now, which is crazy to have him stacked outfield. Here's the 2-1. And it's a ball high. 3 balls, 1 strike. So that'd be cool if he gets on, or gets on a single or a walk. He's then load the bases for Judge, who has not had a hit yet since his return. Just only been 2 days, so I'm not going to worry about it. But sure, the chances are going to be huge if his base is loaded for Judge. There's people like to say Judgment Day. They have all these corny jokes for him, which I'm personally a fan of since I love corny jokes. But yeah. So yeah, yes, he walked him. I mean, my thing buffered a bit, but I could hear the announcers. So now his base is loaded for Aaron Judge. Just can that sound of this, and we'll get back to the game. The fans are going nuts, by the way. I was hearing before I exited out. Come on, don't film me now, app. Oh, Judge is up. There we go. So we talked about those mound visits earlier, where basically a catcher or a pitching coach like comes to the mound and relieves the pitcher, and or like they don't relieve the pitcher, but like they just like calm them down, get them mentally prepared for the next at bat. And yeah, so out of the 6 mound visits, Red Sox used 1, so now they have 5. So for Judge went on DL, he's batting .281, 26 homers, 61 RBIs, and a .394 on base percentage. And he's having a good year. I mean, not as good as last year. I mean, that was a very, very impressive rookie year, very impressive year in general. One of the best, one probably goes down like top, like some of the top best seasons of all time as a hitter. And here comes the 0-0. So it went under his legs. It went under Nunez's legs into the outfield as Benintendi recovers it. And I think 2 runs are going to score. No, just 1 run. But, wow. Literally went under his legs. Like Bill Butner style, like just straight through the wickets. We'll see if they scored a hit. He didn't touch it, but or at least I don't think he did. But, I mean, Judge just hits the ball so hard. And that ball was probably like under 10 miles per hour. I mean, middle inside. And he just roped it on the ground right under Nunez's legs. I think that's going to be an error. He had a chance for it and just came up too soon. I can't go to MLB at Bat, which is the app I use to help me score, just make sure I'm doing my scoring right. So I'm going to check that on my iPad. Oh, 2-run sit score, and he went to second too. Yeah, it was lagging, so my bad. Yeah, Yankees are now at 3-0. And they've man on second and third with 2 outs, and hits us up now. Just see it wasn't error. So 2 runs scored error. So Nunez is contributing to the Yankees even after leaving them. So thank you, Nunez. Yeah, I'm just writing it down. Here's the 0-0. Slider missed away. Yeah, I'm just writing it down. So we got a 1-0 count on Aaron Hicks now. Hicks plays center field for the Yankees. Original center fielder for the Yankees a couple years ago was Jacoby Ellsbury, but he had a concussion. He was down for the whole year, which is a little strange for concussion. And he has some other stuff too. I think like hurt his leg somehow. I don't know if he's going to come back. He signed him to like in I think it was 2013, 2014 to a 7-year, 155. Or no, that's Tanaka's contract. 7 years, like about $150 million deal, and he has not paid off at all. I mean, this guy was like a 30-30 guy a couple years back, and yeah, now he's just not as good. Oh shoot! Wow, the runner at third was like making a break for home. That was McCutcheon, and it's more to just tick off the pitcher, but didn't really work too well as Hicks fouled it back. But he did throw a pitcher right down the middle, but it's just to throw them off. Yeah, Price is Yeah, he's a lefty, so he can't see the runner as well. I mean, he can call out, but the catcher can call out her. But good move by McCutcheon. That's awesome. Here's the 1-2 as Price stares down Sandy Leon at the plate, or Sandy Leon, this catcher. I think that was, I don't know if that was a fastball or not. I think it was a fastball. It's 89, so probably, let's see, it was a fastball. Missed outside. It's 2-2. Price is saying some of his teammates have this kind of on mute. It's a little bit distracting to announce and try to listen to something at the same time. He said something's to ump. I don't know. Let's see. Huh. Second base umpire and the home plate umpire. Chris Guccione at home, and Mike Essenberg at second. They like both went out. Maybe it's a balk? They're both like discussing something. I don't know what they were saying. Huh. Well, it wasn't a balk, so I don't know why they came to mound. They're not really saying on the game, which is weird. And here's the 2-2. So that was middle outside and hits fouled off. Very good pitch to hit, but just misses. It was a good swing. I think what happened was like Price was doing this, and they're discussing if he was on the mound or not. He's on the mound. He was doing that, and it's not like his normal routine. That'd be a balk. I think he was stepping off the mound, and so he can do whatever he wants because he's not like directly facing the batter or directly pitching to him. And here's comes the 2-2. Ooh, good shot. Will it drop? No, it doesn't drop. Martinez catches it for the third out. All right, so Yankees got 3 runs, 1 in the solo homer and 2 in the error, and I'll be right back. But stay tuned. I'm just going to get some water. I have some tea, but it's kind of dry, so throat's a little bit sore. All right, we are back as Severino gets ready to pitch to Jackie Bradley Jr., center fielder for the Boston Red Sox. Bradley's an incredible fielder, and he just fouled off a slider, so no balls, 1 strike. I mean, this guy has an absolute cannon as an arm. Cannon, just in baseball lingo terms, is just a very strong arm. Like he once, like just to show off his arm, like stepped out of dugout and just launched one over center field fence. That was like over 400 feet away. Throws very hard, over 100 from the outfield. Actually, it was like 0-2. Here it comes. Ooh, and he struck him out. And a changeup that just veered off the outside corner. So that was sharp. Last couple batters, Severino's done pretty good. He's retired the last 6 batters, so which means they have not reached base and he got them out. So the reason why I'm clarifying a lot of things is because I know my demographic here is wide. I mean, if you're on a mailing list, cool. If not, it's also cool. Yeah, there's a variety of different viewers here. Some of which there's a strike down the middle that best started off. That's led off the game for the Red Sox. It's the leadoff hitter. I try to explain things as much in detail. Try to get background knowledge to help all my viewers out. Here's the 0-1. Wow, that was a good slider. That was like started like right down the middle. That's in swing. So 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, yeah, here comes the 1-1. Wow, this slider is nasty. This inning. That started like low middle, just died down. That was beautiful. Beautiful pitching right there. He is looking really sharp right now, which is very exciting. I mean, here's the 1-2. Works very quick, Severino. Same pitch, but just a little bit lower, so Betts took that for a ball. Very good hitter. So, like, best hitters make adjustments within the at-bat. So he saw that slider, like, down. And he swung at the last pitch, so he didn't swing at that one. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brings his batter around to get ready. And here comes the pitch. This is another slider in the dirt. Just lost that once, now it's full. Can't really make too many mistakes on Betts. I mean, he's just too good. I mean, this guy, he's probably going to get MVP this year. He's incredible. Here's the full count. Foul ball. Fouled off to the left side. Full count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hey, we got another viewer. Welcome. I only have 4 viewers right now, but I appreciate every one of you guys. So thank you for watching on this cool Tel Aviv evening. But most of you guys probably watching not from Tel Aviv. Here's the full count. It's a Britter and Duhar. Picks it up, throws it very hard to first, and that's the second out. Duhar actually is a very good arm, but his glove can be a bit suspect at times, or a bit not the best. So, yeah. But I think he's a decent defender, and that was he backhanded that one, and then just made a good, strong throw at first for the second out. Severino's on top of his game right now, and from him. So I've actually watched him too much in the last couple of weeks since I've been here, and someone's watching us. It's hard. Here's the on Benedict. Wow, that was way inside. Just missed nailing the umpire in the leg for the first ball. So 1 ball, no strikes. Wow. Benintendi have another great season, 286, 16 homers, 81 RBIs, and a 362 on base percentage. Here's the 1-0. Slider just missed low outside, so 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, Benintendi's like, yeah, he's just great. I mean, he's probably going to be a 30-homer guy at some point. He has potential to be a 30-30 guy. It's 2-0, 98 top of the zone, so 2 balls, 1 strike now. Everything looks pretty good. I mean, sometimes he just misses a little bit, but Severino's looking very sharp right now. Severino's the pitcher of the Yankees who are just tuning in, and Benintendi's the batter, the left fielder for the Red Sox. And he grounds 1 to Gleyber Torres and throws the first as his third out, 4-3. So 8, as Michael K just said, he's retired the last 8, which is awesome. So, like I said, policy is between half innings, and just take a short break. So, stay tuned. All right, we are back. So before the Yankees, they're showing the Yankees at the bat. They're showing Rivera, Mariano Rivera, who's nicknamed the Sandman because he would lull people to sleep with his good pitching, and they couldn't get him. And he used to usually win. He was one of the, if not the greatest closer in baseball, one of the best. And he set the record for saves on this date. What was it, like 7 years ago or something? Got 602 at that point. He was the 0-0, and Stanton was Cutter and Dirt. So 1 ball, no strikes. I believe I was talking about Stanton a little bit earlier, but like I said, he has like this diagonal direction of his feet are in. It's like left foot. Here's the 1-0. Wow, sharp ground over Nunez. He gets it. He throws it to first to get him out. Wow, he dove to his glove side, spun around, and then threw it to first. And that was a very hard hit. That was probably never 110-mile-per-hour shot on the ground. Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. So he kind of made up for that play last inning where he made about 2 runs and 4 runs error, but not really, but it was a good play. And Price just said, "Yeah, boy." Then he put down his mouth guard back in right afterwards. He took it out, cheered on his teammate, and put it right back in, which is a pretty cute moment. And now they zoomed on Rafael Devers, who is also another third baseman for the Red Sox, who's not playing tonight. And here's the 0-1 Didi. It's a fastball outside, strike 1. I made a comparison earlier about the Red Sox shortstop, Yankee shortstop, and how they're both very good. Actually, Didi has 26 homers, my bad, from the 25 that I mentioned earlier. Didi's also very good, 11. There's a Cutter that missed out way outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike. He has taken over the mantle of Derek Jeter beautifully. I mean, he's already set the Yankees record for short homers by a shortstop. Here's the 1-1. There's a fastball that missed outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I mean, he plays great defense. He's stolen a couple bats this year. He has 10 stolen bases. Hits for power. It's the other way. I mean, I would like him to hit the other way more. I mean, this guy could definitely be a 300 hitter. It's a little bit sad to see him batting .268, but he has developed more power. His walk rate went up too, which is very important to be a good hitter. Here's a 2-1. Ooh, good cut, but he just fouled it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Lefties love fastball inside. I mean, who doesn't from any type of hitter? But lefties I heard Paul O'Neill say this a bunch of times when I watched the Yankees game. He just drops his bat handle and it just extends his hand and it's gone. And the short Yankee Stadium at was it 315 or so, 318. Just it's great. It's a great swing to have. He's a perfect swing tailored for Yankee Stadium. So here's the 2-2 as Price sets up. Wow, that almost hit him. So that was like a fastball high and tight. It's called a barbering or a close shave. The fastball when a pitch is right near your face. It's almost like touching your hairs on your chin. Actually, one of the most famous pitchers ever, Don Drysdale, who was paired with Sandy Koufax. We don't know him. That's a little sad, but he's one of the greatest pitchers ever, and he was Jewish too. That's Yom Kippur back home. So, good guy to know. Full count. And Didi pops it up to Nunez, and he catches it. So, 2 down. As I said. Yeah, sorry, something's a little bit hard to keep track. So I got to do a lot of things at once. And I was saying something about Koufax and him being Jewish and all that stuff. Yeah, I forget what the reference was to that, or what I was making, sorry. But, yeah, you should know Koufax. He's one of the best. He's probably him and Walter Johnson, probably. And, yeah, probably the best lefty pitchers of all time. Here's Andujar, and he laces a double down the line. Sure double. Benty picks it up, throws it, spins, fires a second, but Andujar is way in there. And he has himself another double. I mean, this guy, hey, he's number 41. He has 41 doubles now in the season. He is so good. He has a double and a homer tonight. The homer came in the last inning. He goes line to line, and he that was a pitch. That was a ball too. That was lower underneath his knees, inside, and just laces it into the outfield. He had a really cool shot of Benintendi on here. Just, spinning around. Actually, he had a shot at getting him out if he made a better throw, but it's a tough play. So field it, spinning around, and then he's a lefty. He has to throw to second, so it was tough. But yeah, Odor's approaching the rookie record for most doubles all time for a Yankee. Maggio has 44, Natsu has 42, and Odor has 41 respectively. Here's Gary Sanchez. And he takes a straight in the outside corner. It's probably a little bit off the plate, but good friendly by Sandy Leon. They're showing right now, and yes, pitches where he hit. He hit one above the letters and one below the knee, so this guy can do anything. A little bit like Vladimir Guerrero, who was inducted in the Hall of Fame a couple of years back. Very good player. He would hit anything in this zone. Even if it bounced, he could hit a home run from that. Incredible. And Odor's it's called a bad ball hitter. His ball is very well that are on the strike zone. He's done that twice. But he would have liked another better walker, but still pretty cool. Here comes the 0-1. And he fouls it back. Has it to the right side. It was a good high pitch he probably could have crushed. But like I said before, I was actually only batting 187. It's awful. Just plain awful. So not as good as he was the last couple years. Which no one, like I said, maybe he should go opposite field more. Maybe he's trying to put too much pressure on himself, but no one really knows why. So, very frustrating. A lot of good pitches he could hit, and he hasn't been doing that. And Price sets up to pitch, and he looks back at second, and here comes the 0-2. All right, that was actually a good cut. He actually, his whole body was, going towards right field, so he was shifted the other way. And it was actually a good swing. Actually liked seeing that from him, trying to go the other way. That was good. Sometimes he just swings at bad pitches out of the zone, but his walk rate is still pretty impressive. He's an on-base percentage, and the higher on-base percentage is kind of shows how good you are as a hitter. His on-base percentage is atrocious at 287, and on-base percentage is also affected by how your walk rate is. But here's the 0-2. He lines it right to center field, but Bradley's right there to catch it for the third out. Still, when your walk rate is over 50 points above your batting average, still pretty good. This is 100, so still solid. That was the end of the half inning, so time for a break. Martinez just took the ball inside. So go get some water. There's a single to right field, just playing super deep. He'll just be halted to a single. Eesh, I'm only gonna be I gotta charge my computer after this inning. It shouldn't be too bad. I should just be able to, plug it right by the outlet inside. But wow, takes a lot of energy streaming a podcast. And Martinez continues to show why he's in the MVP conversation, raising that batting average a couple points. Whoa, what was that? Severino just fell. I guess maybe his feet got stuck or something. He threw super slow and that bounced. It was like a 50-footer. Pitcher's 60 feet over the home plate, and he just took a tumble. Luckily, he threw the ball, so it's still out of balk. But yeah, maybe not even 50 feet. That was bizarre. Luckily, the runner did advance, and Sanchez caught it, but he's all good. And of course, it was ball, so there's a and Bogarts popped it up right to Didi. Caught it right here. Just, they're pro, so I'll have to do it. But, Rob Manfred's here, MLB commissioner. Why not? It's Yankees Red Sox game. You gotta, show you care. Not the biggest fan of Manfred, honestly. I mean, seems like he cares more about trying to speed the game than trying to help stem baseball, be a global ambassador for baseball. And it's he can't really. The ways he wants to speed up baseball are just going to take too much out of it. It's a slow game by nature. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to help give people the details of the little details of baseball. They can see, even though it's a slow game, there's a lot of things happening. Or show there's a lot of things happening if it doesn't look like it. Mitch Moreland's at the plate, 1 on 1 out. Took a ball, so 1 ball, no strikes. Fastball nabbed the outside corner, 97 miles per hour on the gun. That's great. Good job, Sebi. Still looking pretty sharp. That third inning was, that was great. That was just beautiful pitching right there. But yeah, here's the 1-1, where it's very fast. That slider missed by a good amount. It's effectively wild, which means you're not allowing too many runs, but you're not hitting the strike zone as well. But he hasn't really walked. Yeah, he hasn't walked anyone tonight. It's just when he misses kind of weird. It's bad. It's not that close. So you still see he's kind of off. Here's the 2-1. Moreland found it off. Good swing. Moreland's very good at hitting the opposite way. He's aiming for that left field line, but just a foul ball. So 2-2. Moreland is only batting 246. We actually go the other way again. You gotta go the other way in today's game. Especially, wow, they're having a huge shift on him. Just the whole third base side is open. So he's just gunning for that third base side. Hit it there, even just drop a bunt. That's an easy hit. But his tendency is always middle right field, center field to right field. So I guess he doesn't go outside too much, but at least on the ground rows. But yeah, they used to be a 280 hitter or 270, 280 hitter. Wow, out slider tied up and started right down the middle and just moved into the lefty's batter box and just tied him up. See the pitch? He had the slider up here and just yanked it down, strike free, 2 outs. Yeah, sorry, just gotta. It's a lot of talking. Yeah, whoever's watching right now, just tell me give me some comments like throughout the game. I can't watch now. And batter just popped it up right to Gleyber Torres, third out. Ian Kinsler was up to play, just popped it up. But yeah, whoever's watching, I just please tell as much of your friends as possible. I mean, I'm trying to really just start my broadcasting career here, and the more people who know, the better. And yeah, so if you're watching this after the broadcast is over or during, yeah, just tell anyone you know, even if they don't like baseball. I think maybe be a bit more appreciative after watching this. And yeah, so let me know. So that was a third out, so let's take a little break. Yeah, for the person who just joined, half an inning just ended, so just taking a 1 minute break. Oh, I got to charge my phone. I charge my computer. Stay tuned. Yeah. So you're from college or? No, high school. Okay. Yeah, some of the stuff that I heard you saying, I was like, okay, I love my business. All right. I did not realize my computer charger can go that far, so that's always a plus. Yeah. So I'm just going back to the game right now. Yeah. All right. And I guess we'll just have it always plugged in. My computer was really about to die. It's at 4%. So this podcast really just takes a lot of energy out of it. I had it 100%. It just went to nearly zero in an hour. That's pretty insane. I had everything charged up too. All right, here we go. Back at it. Just waiting it to resume. Oh wow, I think Luke Did Luke Voigt just hit a home run? Who just hit a home run? I think he did just hit it. Wow. Oh, Darren, we just missed a home run. So I think, let me see what happened on the at-bat. But I'm pretty sure Luke Voigt homered. A's are up 4-0 now, and they just showed a picture in dugout, like, very excited. Sorry about that. I wish I could have announced or commented on that. I had to charge my computer, and it was buffering. Let's see. Yeah, but this one is McCutcheon's batting. It's at 4-0, 1 out. It's never good play by Nunez. Goes in the dirt. Moreland pits it, and 2 away. Let's see. Yeah, Luke Voigt homered, which is awesome. So if he gets 2 more, then be the 12th Yankee with double-digit homers this year, which would be the most ever by any team. So very exciting. So McCutcheon just ran to third, like I said. Nunez made another great play. Yeah, the ball that Voigt hit was went 341 feet and was hit at exit velocity of 94 miles per hour. Exit velo is how fast the ball comes off the bat. Now here's Aaron Judge. Yeah, just got to write him in about what just happened. That's the one bad thing about lagging and stuff here. Tuning out for 1 second can miss something that just happened. That's why it's good to watch the whole game. You never know when something good's going to come up. Judge just fouled one off, so it's 0-1 count with 2 outs. I did get a message from my mom, who I assume is the one watcher now. So if you are watching, Mom, thank you. I love you. #1 fan. Here's the 0-1. And Judge just missed he swung and missed, so 0-2 count on the ball was on the outside corner. So some of the critiques I've gotten so far seem to be a little bit clearer, so we got to slow down a bit. And also, like, maybe get some commercials. I think I can enlist YouTube to help with commercials. Well, I think can do it, and I think it's free too. So no trial lesson. It's a learning experience, you know. Ball missed the ball inside. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good to see Judge again. Missed him. Here's the 1-2. It's trying to right back to Price. There's the pitcher. Throws it right to first, underhands it. That's a 3rd out. That's the half inning. Yeah, Wood is very good at hitting ball the other way, and that was shot. He has like a little hop in his step when he hits a home run, so it's very cute. And Yankees up 4-0 now. It's great. As long as the Red Sox are going to clinch tonight. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it, but yeah. And since it's a half inning, said 2-minute break. There's a strike to who's up right now? Nunez. Start off the fifth inning. Wow, already fifth inning. Time goes by fast when you're announcing. And he grounds the ball. Oh, over inside the line, and that's going to left field. That's going to be a sure double. Cutting easily picks it up, tosses it to T, and Nunez is on second. Thought Andujar had a better chance at it, but I think he was playing a bit farther away from the line, and yeah, just got inside. He totally rolled over in that one, which is like when it's kind of hard to explain. It's when you're long, just like you're supposed to stay inside instead of being here, you kind of like come around, and and he goes right into the dirt, and he rolled it over, but hey, he got a double, so good for Nunez. Not a good way for Yankees to start at the inning. It wasn't a bad pitch by Severino either. So sometimes it just happens. That slider just missed outside to Sandy Leon. I don't know. I say like Sandy De Leon. But it's just Sandy Leon. So the Red Sox are notoriously known for their facial hair. In 2013, when they won the World Series, they had almost everyone on the team had beards. And Leon's, I think he was part of that group, or he was right after, but he's sporting that beard, like big beard. That's 98 up in the zone for a foul ball, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Yeah, he is like it's the whole facial hair. It was like starts here, goes to end, like black bushy beard, and has a mustache too. So there's a decent set of facial hair. I remember when my stepmom was looking at all the facial hair, she's like, "Oh, that's gross." He hits a line drive. Oh, that's going to be the first run for the Red Sox to right to Judge. Let's see. He's going to throw to second. Ooh, good throw. And he kept him to a single. Wow. That was a long single, but he's a catcher, so he's slow. But Red Sox got one on the board. So he's now lead 4-1. But Judge is a cannon, too, but it wasn't a catcher and it wasn't Judge in right field. He had a double. But because of both those factors, Judge limited Leon to just a single. Just got to write that down. So if you're just tuning in, Red Sox now trail 4-1 due to a Sandy Leon RBI signal. There's a fastball at 90 on the outside corner for strike 1. Jackie Bradley Jr. is up. He's actually, he's a decent offensive player. I'd say he's definitely above average, below average this year. But, he has potential to be, like, decent. Ooh, he lined out the other way. That was 100 miles per hour line the other way. But right him a touching. So that's first out. Last couple balls have been hard hit against Severino, which is not a good sign. But at least he got out on that one. And that's what baseball is. Sometimes your hits are unlucky, sometimes they are. But there's doubles like Nunez that, like soft ground ball that just get by. Other ones are hard line drives are caught for us. Kind of like evens out over the course of the season. So Betts is now leading off again. There's a slider, Dutson for strike. No balls, 1 strike. Yeah. So right now, Paul O'Neill is saying how good the Red Sox first 4 or 5 guys are. We got Betts, Benintendi, Martinez, Bogarts, Moreland. There's a fastball inside that just missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. They're all like very strong players, very strong hitters. They're crazy. Betts and Benintendi both have OPSs over 1,000. OPS is on base percentage, is like how the percentage which you get on base, and slugging percentage, which is how many total bases you have, which is divided by bats. So a singles 1,000, doubles 2,000, triples 3,000. There's ball of dirt. Sorry. So 2 balls, 1 strike, and then a homer's 4,000. You divide that by number of bats. So an OPS of 800, which means you're an above average player. So they have OPSs over 1,000, which is insane. Like in a good, like pretty solid 1,000. Like I think both were like over 1,030. So you don't see that too often by teammates. Ooh, he just lined that and just missed it. He pulled that to the left field foul run right by the ball boy. Now it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Actually, no, 3 balls, 2 strikes. He's Aptus lad. And that's the usual thing, which is flips the bat around. Severino gets set. And yeah, here goes 3-2. And he struck him out. There we go. Attaboy, Chevy. Sevy. I said Chevy, the car. I meant Sevy, the pitcher's nickname. There was 2 outs. That doesn't strike out too often. I mean, last year he went without like 40 plate appearances without striking out, which is very, very rare nowadays, as the strikeout rate and home run rate are like crazy high, like highest they've ever been. And Best is one of those dinosaurs who just doesn't strike out too often. Let me put that a bit down. So Benintendi apparently hit the ball to first base. He knocked it down and he got him out. The thing not loud, so I couldn't tell. But I know it's the 3rd out, and I know what to avoid, and he got the out. And that's the 3rd out. So time for a break. I'm going to do commercials next time. I'll just play around with that. So hopefully it won't be too much of an awkward break like it usually is. All right, we are back. And as Hits steps up to the plate, Price is about to pitch. There's a ball that just missed out low and outside. It's not the fastest game. I mean, it's Yankees Red Sox, so it's about average time right now for a game. Here's the 1-0. Hits ropes that to left field, but right to Benintendi. There's the first out. Yeah. The last batter hits, I mean, I love the guy. He's like top 3 center fielders in baseball. That's kind of interesting. Like, he only bats like hits is up the plate if you're just joining in. Aaron Hicks. And he's really interesting. Like I said, he's top 3 center fielders in the league. And like he's like stands in the foul that back for no balls, 1 strike. I mean, like he has everything: his power, speed, great defender, and he only bats like 250, but like his on base percentage is like 360 plus, which is very good. Here's the 0-1. There's a cutter in the outside corner too. So never Price started, never time. He's not doing well against the Yankees. I mean, it's not his worst outing against them, but he's definitely not having a good performance. Not a great performance. Ooh, that was line very hard down the left field line. No balls, 2 strikes still. I mean, so far he's only allowed 2 earned runs. An unearned run is like when it's caused like an error pass ball. So I guess this is one of his better starts against them, but like, you know, not great. He's had a couple of homers, a lot of guys on. Yankees batters seem like decently comfortable against him. So he still needs to figure out how to pitch to the Yankees, which is hopefully never will. But here's the 0-2. Oh, why would you swing at that? That was like at his face, like at his face in middle inside, and Moreland pops it up. Moreland easily catches that for the second out. And we're just joining in. It's 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th with Didi Gregorius at the plate. And yeah, Stanton, like, I mean, he's an interesting guy. Like, he swings like so hard down, like, and then just races and lifts his bat. Like, it comes off the bat like crazy hard. Comes off the bat like it's 100 and as hard as it's ever, like 120 miles per hour. And yeah, he's just insane. But he's not really good at hitting the high pitches. That was a ball outside to Didi. And yeah, so like he should not be swinging high pitches. Yet he swung at one like above his head. Didi fouled it off to the first base side, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike now. But yeah, as I was saying, he should not be going for the high pitches, like especially the out of the zone. I mean, he should know his strike zone a little bit better. He swings hard down. He does not really crush one that's high. Game's lagging a bit, so I'm just getting out of it. I'm still on. I'm not going to take a break right now. But yeah, sometimes it does that. I'm just going to exit out and then go back in. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of disappointment of Stanton. I mean, you'd hope that he would hit a little better for the Yankees this year. And like, I mean, he's MVP. You should know his strike zone. You should know, like, not. I mean, it's tough. I get that. I mean, I play baseball too. I mean, oh wow, Didi just missed a home run. He just like launched his high pitch. I didn't even know he can. Yeah, good for him. Cops 93 miles per hour, just barely fouled it off. Yeah, he just missed that one. Didi is good power. I mean, this guy was he's up right now. He used with the Diamondbacks, and like he just had little power, glove first. I mean, he saw something in him, and they got him this 3-way trade and traded Shane Green to the Tigers, who was a good starting pitcher for them, like an up-and-coming starting pitcher. He's now their closer. Here's the 1-2. And he lines it to first base on the ground to Moreland. He scoops it up and then steps on the base for the 3rd out. But very happy we have Didi. He's turned into a great player. And that's the 3rd out, so I'm going to take a short break. Stay tuned still. just tuning in, kind of see who can't see the people who turn in, but I could see like how many viewers I have. So, and I don't have too many, so I see you turning in. I just, if I'm saying like, oh, you're tuning in, I can see that. I'm just saying hi, but just switching it. So I'm just taking a water break right now. All right, and we are back. Already the top of the 6th. So we're doing pretty well. I mean, can't complain. 1 run. Not only 2 hits. No, sorry. 3 hits. Made a mistake. I didn't film last time, which is interesting. Yeah. Let's see. There's a ball that was fouled off by JD Martinez to the left side, so no balls went straight. Yeah, I just got to check from last inning what Benintendi did. I already grounded third base, but because my flag was tough. And another hit for JD Martinez. 3rd hit of the game. Wow. What a monster. 3 singles. Like, he's catching bets for the batting title crown, or the Major League batting title crown. I mean, he's a good chance of winning MVP. I mean, not MVP, but Triple Crown. If it's Triple Crown, he should win MVP. But, yeah. He's insane. Actually, Benintendi, wait, did he ground it the second last time? Hold on, let me check. Yeah, sorry if I'm checking that. But it happened last inning. I gotta figure out what happened. But right now, Bogart's up the plate, and here's the yellow count. And missed high. So 1 ball, no strikes. I grounded out to, I did ground out to the first baseman last time. He threw it to first, so what I thought. So 1 ball, no strikes to Bogart, and here comes the pitch. Slider that hit the outside corner, so 1 ball, 1 strike. It's actually good. I mean, there's a lot of fans. I mean, understandably, it's Yankees, Red Sox. Yeah, it's just got a good aerial view of like all the fan crowd, and a lot of people. 1-1. Slider missed in the dirt, so 2 balls, 1 strike. But yeah, on the topic of JD Martinez, I mean, that guy is like he just hits the other way. He lets the ball travel and he just hits it the other way. I mean, that's so good to see nowadays. And it's no wonder he's hitting over 330, which is just insane. I mean, there's only about 20 players who hit like over 300 nowadays during the course of a whole season, if that. Ooh, what just happened? The balk? The balk is when they deceive the batter that he's not going to the plate. But just pointed at him, and then nothing happened. So, okay, that's a little strange. And Bogarts just lined it foul. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, the water I'm drinking here, I mean, it's decent, but I miss New York water. There's something about it. It's like filtered. So it's pretty tasteful. But, yeah. So the taste is definitely not as good. But I need to drink water to keep my throat all right. He fouled it off to the right side, so Cat still is 2 balls, 2 strikes. Huh. We're showing a fight right now. So which is interesting. Looks like Gooden, or maybe Strawberry. Then a spring training brawl. Like, it's like these old Mets uniforms, which is interesting. So, yeah, I wonder where that was. 2-2. He got under it. And who's going to catch it? And Duhar caught it. Wow. Did not think he was going to catch that one. It's like Gideon's caught it. I think he overran it. Then Duhar just caught it in the fountain. That's something we call no man's land. Because the ball, no one was near it, but Duhar like raced out, caught the ball like over his head. Great play. I mean, that's a tough play. I mean, he caught that ball in foul territory. Like he caught it like over Didi. Like I think Didi was supposed to catch that. Like he had his glove right next to him, but he saw Andujar had it and he just put his glove underneath it. So hopefully they didn't collide or anything, but Andujar caught it, which is nice. That's the most important thing. And Severino's patting his glove in appreciation for his teammate. Love to see that. So Mitch Moreland's up with 1 out. There's a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. He catches the lower part of the zone for strike 1. Moreland, I talked about earlier how Red Sox some facial hair, so Moreland has like the whole wraparound beard as well. Yankees actually have no facial hair policy, but they were lenient with mustaches a couple of years back. Wow. Yeah. So good thing you just that was strike 2 and not top of the zone. Never 98-mile-per-hour fastball. A good thing like a pitcher does is try to change eye levels. They'll throw it about the lower in the zone, the high in the zone, and it changes the eye of the hitter, so they might be more tend to swing at, especially if you go from low to high. I guess high to low as well. But yeah, I mean, it just changes their eye level, and it's a good thing. It kind of mixes things up, and they're maybe not prepared for it. It's just how the last pitch in a certain zone, now they see it on a different one. So good thing to see from a strikeout pitcher like Severino. He just fouled one off, which Jerry Sanchez just missed, of course, because he's annoying and doesn't catch everything. So the count still remains at 0-2 instead of being straight 3. How many pitches is Severino have? 77. No, now 78. There's a slider and dirt that missed. That's not bad for about 5 1/3 innings. Third of inning is like how many outs there are. So there's 1 out, 1/3, 2 outs, 2/3, 3 outs. That's just full. So not bad. Like you should be able to go like sit strong at least. Maybe 7. It should be good. Stares down Sanchez and he gets ready to. And here comes the pitch. Never ball in the dirt. Looked pretty well by Sanchez. I mean, Sanchez has some trouble blocking as well. Just a lot of trouble this year. I know I'm talking a lot of shit about Sanchez, but trust me, he is a good player. I mean, I do have a great appreciation for him. I know this game can be hard, and I'm sure he knows it better than anyone. Here's the 2-2. Never sliding in the dirt. But one of the reasons why he has trouble is blocking is when you block, you gotta have like you gotta have your feet both your feet like come down. And your body is used to block it. And what he does is his right leg comes down first. And sometimes he leaves like this little gap and it goes underneath him, or he doesn't get down as fast, or he doesn't point his body back to home plate. And it like allows for pass balls for us to catch it. So, yeah, here's the 3-2. And he struck him out. That one he caught, barely. And that's strike 3. Never foul tip, but this one, Sanchez caught it. Let's see. How many strikeouts does Severino have? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not bad. I mean, for a strikeout pitcher, I think a little bit more, but, it's the Red Sox, and they're a good team, and he's doing well, so you can't complain. Ian Kinser's up. Kinser's like one of like the best second basemen of my generation. He started on the Rangers and went to the Tigers, and then now he's on the Red Sox. And he's a very solid guy. Like you think he was a 30-30 player as well, just 30 homers and 30 steals. There's a strike there, so 0-1. Here comes the next pitch. Swing and miss at 99 at top of the zone. Wow, beautiful pitch. No way you can catch over that. So that was amazing. Paul O'Neill is out of his rocker right now. He's trying 99. How can you hit that? So that's when you know you're doing decently at commentating. Like you say stuff before the announcers do. And everyone in the 40,000 standing up, but he fouled it off. Usually when there's like a 2-strike count, it's getting an inning, and there's a large crowd, they all stand up or they clap louder to try to encourage the pitcher to finish him off. So, pretty cool. And they're starting to cheer louder now as Severino dates in for another 0-2 count. He stares him down. Here comes the pitch. That was actually a good block. I mean, that slider was way out of the zone low, and Sanders just, backhanded it and he blocked it. But you would like to see him slide over, but I guess in that one he gets a pass because that one's kind of hard to slide away from, or hard to just the ball's away from you. You're supposed to slide and try to face home plate to block it. But that one was pretty far aside, so all I can do is pick it. So good job, bet from Sanchez. Here's a 1-2. Never slider injury. Jeez. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He comes set. Here comes the pitch. And he pops it up. Throws his bat down frustration. Dior has it, gets under it, makes the catch, and he gets out of it another inning. Severino throwing sits strong, and as we head to the bottom of 6. That was the end of the inning, so once again, tune-up break. You gotta get to those commercials. That really help. Do something to not just stare down. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. Make the breaks less awkward. All right, we are back. Wow, yeah, like I said, a lot of people here tonight. Probably 40, definitely 40 plus thousand. Probably checked out or during a game. The attendance at some point. Can't really when I'm looking right at the game. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Miguel Andujar is up at the plate. Love this guy. Batting .299, almost 300. So hopefully has a 300 season. Fouls the ball off. Yeah, just out of the reach of J.D. Martinez into the stands. Yeah, the pitch was like a slider, decently off the plate. I mean, Richter foul, wasn't hard, but it was a good shot, a good cue shot. You would like him to be a little bit more disciplined. I mean, as like I said before, if an on-base percentage is 50 points higher, that's pretty solid for an on-base percentage, a good walk rate. Here's the 0-1. High and outside. That one he took. 1 ball, 1 strike. And Andujar is a 33-point differential between on base percentage and average. So you would like to see that a little better. That's kind of his next step as a hitter. Here's the 1-1. That one's roped. Who's going to get that? Benintendi guy just missed it by like 10 feet for another home run. Yeah, as Paulie just said, Paul O'Neill, that is. He said Benintendi makes it look easy. Just like, just jogging, just to catch the one above my head like it's nothing. Even though the ball's probably like 50 feet in the air and driven him about 380 feet. So, yeah. Pros make it look easy. It's beautiful to watch. Just how effortlessly it is. It's done the routine so many times. And here's Gary Sanchez. And there's a cutter that missed outside. Well, last inning he didn't have. He actually had a pretty good catch inning. There's a lot of balls in the dirt that didn't go by. Just been a problem for him in the last couple of years. So it's been good. Here's the 1-0. Another slider missed outside. May not cut it on that. And it's 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, I mean, just hearing Paul O'Neill talk a little bit about this, but he gets frustrated sometimes. Here's 2-0. Never cutter that missed outside, 3-0. But like, I think he's very hard on himself. I mean, you're a pro player and you're trying to help your team win, so I understand it. But instead of baseball is like, you can do any sport or anything you're passionate about. You gotta relax. Okay, so I just lagged a bit on my phone, so now it's 3 balls, 1 strike. But he has to relax a bit more. I mean, he's a great player. Here's the 3-1. Ball in the dirt, ball 4, and he gets on first. Like, his walk rate is still good. He still has the power. He still has the defense. He still has the arm. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe the pressure's getting to him. I mean, you never really know unless you're there living with him in the clubhouse and playing with him. And even then you don't really know. Like, he works hard. Like, this guy's better at 186. He's not contributing that well defensively or offensively this year. He has pop, but I mean, 16 homers for him? I mean, come on, like, this guy should be hitting about 30. And here's the GOAT, Luke Voigt, with a homer last time in his bat. Here's the yellow count. That cutter nails the outside corner. Price is having trouble with that with Sanchez. Kept trying to throw the cutter to just nab the outside corner, but it just missed. And when you don't throw as hard as Price, you want to get to the corners. It looks like a ball, and then it becomes a strike, and it's good. So when you don't throw as hard, you want to stay away from the middle of the plate a lot more. And Voigt swung it. He took a hard swing, but he missed that one, so it's 0-2. I mean, like I said before, Luke Voigt is jacked. I mean, this guy's like a freaking tree. I think I got the expression from my mom. So, listening, Mom, got that from you. But yeah, 0-2 count. He's like just huge. I mean, they showed the workout videos, and he's incredibly strong. That fastball just missed outside, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. But yeah, I mean, I love the guy. I mean, he's been great for the Yankees. He's been batting like over 300 since his time here. If you don't know, 300 is a very good batting average. Over 30% means like best hitters hit about 300. Here's the 1-2. Good cut back, right back at the screen. It's a good pitch today too. But already a homer for us. It's doing well for us. He can't be mad at every little thing. They met Sanchez though, which I've been shitting on a lot tonight because he hasn't done much he hasn't been doing as well. Doing well like Luke Voigt, get a pass. Get a pass from criticism or criticism, just in general. Yeah, every now and again my phone lags a bit. And sometimes he has a little pixelated as well. But for the most part, it's pretty good streaming, considering my situation. And living in Israel, 5,000 miles away. Here's a 2-2. Is that another one? And Yes, it is. He hit another homer. Luke Voigt is the GOAT. 9 homers now, one more than the 12th Yankee with double-digit homers. No team's ever had that. He's like a 6-7. Price has nothing on us. He is so garbage against the Yankees. And Luke Voigt is the man. I mean, I love his home run trot. Like, this guy, when he hits, like, he does like his little, like, kit step, like, he's excited. And then, like, when he sees it gone, it's like he's, like, leaning towards, like, right field. And it's just, like, it's beautiful. When he's getting mobbed by his teammate, Stan's patting on the head, banging him on his helmet. He used to take a 6-1 lead. Wow, that one I'm happy I saw. Even Torres, who he's this small 5'8" guy. He's on the Yankees. He's a bench player for them. Stood up on the bench and just smacked him on the head. Really good teammate stuff. Giving a lot of life to this Yankee offense and your team in general. Let's hear our pitch. So it was like low and away too. It was a bit off the plate. And he just like roped that one to the outfield. So hey, love it. Yeah, I love it. He's awesome. Luke Voigt is the man. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Tyler Austin. He's back at first baseman. And Yankees like sent him away in a trade, and he got Lance Lynn. It's doing okay for us. He's a starting pitcher, and they got this other backup baseman from the Cardinals for this pitcher named Chasson Shreve. And Luke Voigt was the guy they got in return. Oh, interesting. So the home runs under review, like it just cleared the fence, so they're having a challenge. So hopefully he has a home run. He deserves it. Red Sox are annoying. Already have won 103 games. You don't need another one. They're definitely going to win the division, so just let Luke Voigt have his home run now. Let's see. It's a home run still. Great. So Yankees still up 6-1. Good. Don't disrespect my man Luke Voigt. He's too good. Love it. Wow. So he's already equaled their total of home runs from last year. So they have 245 homers now. We get 20 more in, let's see, how many games? I think that's 10 games, which is pretty tough. It's possible it's tough. Then they'll break the all-time record for homers in the season. Price just exited, so we're going on a break, so I'm going to use the bathroom really quickly. But stay tuned. guys, I'm back. Almost tripped on my chair. So you're just joining in. Price just exited a game who's the pitcher for the Red Sox after Luke Voigt hit a 2-run homer. And yeah, so flamethrower Joe Kelly's in the game. I'm looking down. I'm just trying to fill in my scorecard for Voigt's homer. Yeah, Joe Kelly's like a pretty interesting guy. So there's actually a famous fight in the beginning of the season of that guy, Tyler Austin, the back at first base when the Yankees traded. He got in a fight with Joe Kelly after Kelly hit him, and it looked pretty intentional. So he charged the mound and like threw punches at him, and he got a few in. I know fights are messed up, and I do not condone violence at all, but good baseball fight's always nice to see because it's not that much of a contact sport. Yeah. It kind of increases the rivalry, so it's almost like good for baseball in a way, even though it is violence and people shouldn't condone it, but it's entertaining to watch, I'll give it that. And Torres foul tipped that one, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. But more about Kelly. I mean, he throws like 100 miles per hour. This guy has a 4.1 ERA. I mean, that's just completely atrocious for a reliever. It's like, what went wrong? I mean, he had a great season last year. It's like, I don't know. I don't follow the Red Sox as much, so Torres just fouled the one back, so the count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But, I mean, even though the Red Sox have the best record in baseball, and a large part of that is due to starting pitching and great hitting, their bullpen's been pretty shoddy as of late, or it's not as good. They have a very good closer in Craig Kimbrell. He's one of the best closers in the game for the past, 8. I don't know. I forget how long he's played for. I think he's been around since 2011, so 8 years. Inclusive. That ball missed outside, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. But he's been walking a lot more guys, which has makes him more ineffective than the bridge to him, which just means the other relievers before he pitches in the 9th inning. They're not doing as well. So their bullpen's just awful right now, and that's really bad for the playoffs. There's a 2-2, and that ball missed outside as well. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, for a playoff, it's key to have a great bullpen because your starter can get knocked out in the 5th inning, so you have 4 innings to use your bullpen. And you got to make sure that those guys can get outs and those guys can pitch well. So if the Red Sox have returned that, that's really bad for the postseason, which is great for the Yankees and great in general. Torres rounds the 3rd. Nunez fires the first to get the out. It was Nunez got a good hop, one that went right to near his face, picked it up, threw the first, easy 5-3. 5-3 is the connotation or annotation for scoring. 3rd base to 1st base. 5 as in 3rd base, 3 as in 1st base. And my phone's lagging a bit as well, which is annoying. So I gotta exit out and go back in. Here's the yellow pitch. It's a fat, 99 miles per hour on top of his arm. See, this is what I'm talking about. Kelly has the stuff to be good, but he has a 4.1 ERA. I mean, he lost a crap ton of batters. Honestly, walks kill you no matter how good you are as a pitcher. No matter how hard you throw, no matter how nasty your off-speed are. Your off-speed pitches are. I mean, yeah, you can't walk guys. It's just going to bite you in the butt. So I think that's what his downfall is. Here's an 0-1. And McCutchen fouls it off to right field. So no balls, 2 strikes. Let's talk about McCutchen a bit. I mean, I was shook that the Yankees got McCutchen. I mean, they desperately need an outfielder after Judge went to the disabled list. So I'm very happy about that. Like McCutcheon, I mean, this guy's a former MVP. I mean, Yankees have like just sort of stacked, and they still are not the best team. It's still the Red Sox, which is very frustrating. The Houston Astros are better than them too. They don't have situational hitting, but like this team is so much better than advertised. Like pitching's good, their bullpen's good, their hitting's great. Like you expect them to like be more than just this home run hitting team. What? There's a single to left field, past the reach of Bogarts. So now we got 2 outs and 1 on. There we go, McCutcheon. He's actually been doing pretty well as of late for the Yankees. I mean, he started off kind of slow, but which new Yankee doesn't? I mean, you're going to New York, you're new place, all that stuff. But he's been on fire as of late. So this is a nice addition. I mean, he's outplaying Brett Gardner, and Brett Gardner's the current longest tenured Yankee of 10 years. So for him to be benched is huge. That's a big deal. And McCutcheon's earned his playing time. And Gardner's not having the best season, so I'm all right with him. But I do miss his defense. Gardner's one of the best defensive left fielders in the game. Aaron Judge is up, and he just fouled him back. Yeah, sometimes it just really be lagging. Like it's I can see it, but like it's very pixelated. So sometimes it happens. And it's 0-1. Judge fouls it off. It's interesting when Judge tries to go for the outside corner. He kind of like, well, I talked about this earlier. Like you pull out, like your head turns, your whole body turns to the left side as a righty, and you don't hit the outside pitch as well, which is a very important pitch to hit. Just lets you go after because it's harder to hit. But Judge is like, you want him to like just go through with it, go the other way. But like he still has popped the other way. A lot of pop the other way, but it's weird to see him just recoil like that. And you think, all right, if he did it in a different way, then maybe he had a good hit. But I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm sure Judge has his own style. So that's what I see. See him, just wish he would just go through it like Luke Voigt. He even does to Morrison. This is a little hop. It's a home run. But here's the 0-2. Whoa. That was a nasty pitch. I think that was a strike, but the catcher moved his glove like in an awkward manner, and they called it a ball. But that was like 86-mile-per-hour slider. Started middle of range, sunk like really, like sunk hard. It was like a tight slider, so it's like went down like just fast. But yeah, that was a really dirty pitch that probably would have been straight 3, and they'll go at it again with the 1-2 count. And Judge lines it to the other field. That's going to drive him a touch in the 3rd. There he is. First hit since he came back off the disabled list. Attaboy, Judgy. Yankees broadcaster John Sterling, who's their radio announcer, has some like very corny sayings. And I'm pretty sure sometimes he says like Judgy Wudgy or something like that. So now I'm saying too, so thanks for that, John. Yeah, it's pretty funny, or it's pretty weird. I don't know. It's funny and weird. I can appreciate corny jokes, but yeah, but it's like the Yankees have this thing where they call their players by like these nicknames, just add a Y. So like Judgy, Chappie, for Chapman, something, or they just have like add an extra letter. Like it was got him Chasing Shreve, who they got for Luke Voigt, called him Shriever. So it's add an R. It's like a little weird, but hey, it's a cute nickname. So the umpire's done this a lot tonight, but he's like pointed to the mound. I don't know why. It's happened a good amount, and I'm not trying to tune in too much to the announcers because it's hard to like listen and also speak at the same time. But yeah, here's the 0 count. And there's a ball way outside. 1 ball, no strikes. So, here comes the 1-0. There's the slider, Dutson for a strike on the outside corner. So batter is up as Aaron hits, and he's a switch hitter. So against lefties, he bats righty. Against or left-handed pitchers, bats right-handed. And against right-handed pitchers, bats left-handed. Basically, the opposite side of the pitcher. And so against Price, he batted right-handed. Against Joe Kelly, he bats left-handed. Ball's in the dirt, so 2 balls, 1 strike. But as I was mentioning earlier, this is a great player. He's really stepped up. Actually, my friend Bobby, who's another big Yankees fan, likes the scorecard as well. My best friends. His is one of his favorite players. I mean, he does everything well. You can see why. He's done he hits about 25 homers this year. And this is a guy who first round draft pick from the Twins, and I mean, he wasn't good for several years. When it comes to Yankees, he's amazing. Yankees GM Brian Cashman works wonders. I mean, there's these low-key guys like Didi and hits, and then they turn into stars. It's amazing. So he's a very good GM. But it was interesting. The guy that the Yankees traded for him actually caught Mariano's last game. And his name's John Ryan Murphy, at the time J.R. Murphy. And now he's for the Diamondbacks. He's actually a solid catcher. There we go. Line drive to right field. That's going to be a double. Hopefully that's scoring 2. Judge is fast. Martinez picks up. He bobbles it. Throws to the cutoff man. And it's just going to go to third. I think it's going to be double and an error. But, yeah, he scored 2 center of 8-1. Just absolutely crushing the Red Sox. Just so satisfying to see. Because they've just been annoying all year round. It was interesting because usually the right fielder plays a little bit closer to their line, but it was just really shifted over. So, yeah, good job. So Yankees take an 8-0 lead. I wonder if that's going to be 8-1 lead. So I wonder if that would be a triple. There we go. Judge looking good, motoring around the base. He's actually very fast for a guy who's run 6'7". He's actually has above average speed. Surprising. And they just took Joe Kelly out, so never pitching change for the Boston Red Sox. Pitching change, just gonna drink some water. Yeah, it's still in the pitching break. So the ball that Aaron just hit was scored triple, so good for him. And put in the Red Sox put a new reliever named Velasquez. I don't know too well. I've seen him before, but I don't think he was in the Red Sox bullpen last year. I think he's decent, but yeah, not one of the bigger names in the bullpen. When you're losing, you tend not to put your best pitchers in. So you want to save your best pitchers or best relievers for when you're winning. It's interesting to get him that innings for a reliever. I think he also started a bit. Like 77 innings, like that's a lot for a reliever. Like usually, relievers throw about maybe like 40 or 50 innings. So 77 is way past that. So he has to have started some games. Giancarlo Stanton's up. Giancarlo Stanton. Always get them mixed up a bit. And yeah, Velasquez has a bit of a weird number. I guess number 76. Like that's not so many players like wear that. So earlier in Stanton's about, I mentioned how like he swings at the top of his zone. That's not his zone. He swings hard low, like he goes right down to the baseball and swings up. And he's so strong and just he hits the ball so hard when he does that. There's a ball outside, so 1 ball, 1 strike. But you should think like if you're like in a certain count, and the ball's not like an off-speed pitch. These off-speed pitches are easier to hit when they're hung, and when they're hung, they're usually in the top of the zone. So, but if there's a fastball high in the zone, don't swing at it. I mean, if it's not your count, you're like, if it's 2 strikes, then all right, you got to swing when something's close. But like, just you gotta he needs to work on that. That's the next thing he needs to improve on. His batting average would shoot up, just not swinging top of the zone as much. So it's annoying. Like it's annoying when you can see a player do something better, and then he just struck out. His 201st strikeout of the season for Stanton, and that's the inning. And he scored 4 runs on the homer and the triple, powered by Luke Voigt and Aaron Hicks. So good inning. So since the half inning, I'm gonna use the restroom really quick.
Said this was ended.
pretty sure the game's back on, but it is lagging a bit. So gotta just exit out and put it back in. So pitch has already been thrown. Not sure if it was a ball or strike or not. As Eduardo Nunez steps up the plate. There's a line shot to center field. It's have it. Oh, it's right at his. You have to run too much. It was like maybe like 10, 15 feet. But there's the first out. It was only his second pitch of the at bat, so it's good. Good to keep his pitch out low. And right now, T-Mobile is showing how some of the highlights Severino's had. He is. I mean, you want a bit more strikeouts from him, especially since he's a strikeout pitcher. But he's been pretty solid. I mean, it's still hard to like. It's not really this like. It's a good Sevy. It's a good Severino. This is like your normal Severino. But I want to see the dominant Severino. I want to see the guy who just allows no one to hit off him. Who just is a force to be reckoned with. Like what we saw in the second inning. And there's a ball outside to Stanley Leon. Like he needs to be that guy for us in the postseason. If he wants a chance to start in the wild card game, which is what we're probably going to be bound to play for the playoffs, then he has to be that force. And this is a great outing. This is his best outing in a while. But it's pretty dominant. But it's not Severino dominant. There's a ball high, 2 balls, 1 strike. Like Severino dominant is him racking like 10 strikeouts, him like having like 3 pitch at bats or 4 pitch at bats or something. There's a pop up to Miguel and Duhar. We'll cast that in foul territory. 2 outs. 96 pitches, so he's probably going to go 7. I don't think he'll push him to 8. I mean, you're up 8-1. So you couldn't push him, but like, why would you? I mean, you want to save him for the postseason, am I right? So, sure, Aaron Boone's going to just take him out after this inning. But hey, finish out under 100 pitches. I mean, that's impressive. I don't see too many pitchers going to 7 innings like frequently or these days, and especially with like that low amount of pitches. So he's had a good performance. I mean, can't complain. But like I said, I missed the Severino in the first half, who would just dominate these lineups. Like there was no chance to hit against him. Like not even they wouldn't even have a double or anything. When any ball is hard, and it was just I missed that. Like we hit all his spots. Like he's like effectively wild now. Like he hasn't had any walks per se. But like I said earlier, when he misses bad. There's the ball. So I missed outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. But I mean, the Red Sox are a good team. So, you know, so this performance is more than satisfactory. But you do miss that Severino. I mean, because that's the Severino who can win a Cy Young, the best pitcher in the league. That's what Cy Young, the Cy Young award is. And he has the capability to do that. He was like at least up for 3rd place this year until he started having a bad second half. Not even that bad. It's just not as dominant. Not Severino. Not the Severino we were used to. I mean, this start is making me more optimistic, but I still miss the Severino that was like just on fire. There's a ground ball to Torres. He dives, throws to Severino, and he throws the ball away. Tough play. They probably didn't give him a hit, but it was doable. It would have been scored. It was scored a hit. So Torres dove to his glove side and he spun around, but instead of throwing right on target, he threw like a bit too far to Severino, who's running to the bag. So for him to run and then kind of reach out for the ball, that's off the base. There's just no way. So Jackie Bradley Jr. gets hit on that one. I mean, it's interesting. People say Torres is a good defensive player, but I don't know. The games I've seen, he's all right. Like for example, like he has amazing range. He's a shortstop playing second base, and I will always be grateful for that. And I think he's better than. Actually, no, I don't even know if he was better than Castro. I mean, Castro was a shortstop too, with great range. But like, it's like I don't know. There's something. Sometimes easy plays he messes up. Like last night, that gets away from Sanchez. Great, and everyone every night, some ball gets away from Sanchez. Like it's a wild pitch. It's in the dirt. But yeah, you see right here, his right leg stayed up. That's what I mentioned earlier. Both legs did come down. Do that. You point your body to home plate. Like most of the time, it's not your fault. The ball gets away from you. You're gonna like give yourself a better chance to not advance the runner. Actually, the runner did advance surprisingly, which is strange, but is that a perfect opportunity to? I guess when you're down 8-1, you just want base runners because you gotta like pile on runs in bunches. So you just put yourself in a bad position out. Not that he would have been easily safe if he had decided to go to second. So 1-2 strikes to Betts. It's a good slider in the dirt. Good, that was a good block, but like I said before, his right leg with lags. It comes down afterwards, or after the ball is already in the dirt. So it's almost like awkward when he blocks it. Like if you ever see Austin Romine catching, who's the Yankees' backup catcher, both his legs come down. It's smooth. You never have to worry. Like with Sanchez, it's just it looks bad. Like the pros make everything look easy for a reason. They've done it a million times, and they're amazing at their craft. So when something looks off like that, it's not good. So Betts, I mean, this guy can turn on any fastball. Turn meaning like he can like hit any fastball and hit it like over like the left field fence or over the fence in general. And that ball was 99 high and tight, like here at the letters, and he just like hit it right back to the screen. I mean, that was a beautiful cut. He's an amazing player. I love him. He's like, I think he's like 5'11" at best. Like I think he's like 5'9". He's like one of those smaller guys. Just encouraging those smaller guys that they're trying to just go as far as they can. But but he's great. He just fouled one off to the left side, so 2 strikes. The count remains. But Astros giving Severino large at bat. I mean, before Sandy Leon, he was at 96 pitches, or after Sandy Leon, it's at 96 pitches, but now his pitch counts at 107, so that might be the last guy. But hopefully, he just close it out. I mean, he deserves it. He's had a great outing. He deserves to finish this inning up. So, it's had a great start. I mean, you can't complain. I still missed a good Severino. There he goes, straight 3. What a performance by Severino. He leaves, exit the mound from an array of fans cheering for him. The whole stadium standing up. And he yelled up in happiness. Yeah, like that. And I was just excited to see good energy. I love seeing good energy from the team. And his night is done, but he's pitched amazing. Game's not over, of course, but Severino's going to pass it on to the bullpen as we head to the bottom 7th. And like I said before, as we head to commercial, I'll take a break. If you're just tuning in, they're changing half innings, so I'll be back in a second. But Severino's night just ended. He pitched 7 strong innings, and he had a very good performance. Can't complain. But like I said during last inning, like Mr. Dominant Severino is the one who's just a monster. It's just like never a doubt in your mind that he's gonna just destroy or mow down the opposing hitters. So had a very good performance, but you see glimpses of it. You don't see the whole. You don't see the whole Severino the first half or before the All-Star. So I know that one of the viewers on right now is my mom. I'm not sure who the second viewer is, but if you are, just let me know. Same idea. It might be this guy named Mike Foss who works for the Rockies. So that's pretty cool if you're on. If you are on Mike Foss, thanks for watching. Could be a friend back home. But, I mean, I thank both of you guys for watching. I wish there was more viewers, but, what can you do? And I'll just send the messages out afterwards. I mean, you can look at the broadcast after the game as well. So, these are back in it. Velasquez is still in pitching and TV's up to bat. Let me take my iPad off my lap before it falls. Be careful of that. And the ball is low, so 1 ball, no strikes. So TD's only batting 267. I mean, this guy really should bat at least like 280, 290, 300. Oh, there we go. There's a drive. There we go. Oh. He's probably such a good outfitter. He just had a great read on that. Just ran right to the ball. Caught that. And that was a hard hit. I mean, that was a good shot. It was like he makes it look so easy. He just ran a good route. He was fast. So, kudos to him, but robbed TD of a double. Made it look so easy. It's ridiculous. Turn and run. Grabbed it like right here. Here's the man, the myth, the legend, Miggy Miguel Andujar, taking the whole way on the first pitch for a strike. When you're taking the whole way, that means just you're not going to swing. Like you show that you're not going to swing, so that you're just there's a strike and you want to see it and adjust him first. And it's a strategy. He just try to go Yaya there. Yaya's never made for a home run. He tried to go for a home run there, but he fouled that one off to this monster swing where his body completely turned out. As I said before, turned out is not really a good thing. Like when you turn out, you usually roll over, which usually results in ground balls, and ground balls usually aren't that good. But Andujar has such good hands. You just extend them and can hit a home run. That was the home run earlier. Extend them was great. Ooh, that one just missed. It was I think it was a changeup. It was a hanger, but it just missed the top of the strike zone. So Andujar would love to see another pitch. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Velasquez is in the set. There he goes. Yeah, I mean it's really just funny to watch him. On that last pitch he fouled off, and it's still 1-2. Like his foot came out of the ground, and his whole body was shifted, but hey, that's his style. I mean, he has good hands. I mean, you would think if he was just balanced and he had a better plate discipline, he'd just be a little bit better. He's still young. He's still a rookie. He's having a great rookie year. Uh-oh, this is going to be gone. There we go. Oh, what? Wow. So the defensive replacement for Betts, he was running right towards the wall, no fear at all, and just came crashing in. Sam Travis was a good prospect for them. He made a backhand, and he just as right after he caught, just crashed right into the wall. It must have hurt. But now in back-to-back plays, both Red Sox players, Bradley and Sam Travis, have robbed Yankees batters of doubles. I thought that for sure was going to be an extra base hit at least. Maybe I even thought that was a home run. So that was intense. Wow. Red Sox defensive players are putting out a clinic tonight. And there's an off-speed pitch to Sanchez that's for a strike. There's actually a couple of bunch of replacements, but they didn't say that till now on the app. Wow, yeah. And Sanchez hits a fly ball to right field. Whoa! That was a crazy catch. He just flipped himself over, he was catching like this and just flipped himself over and caught it. Very awkward grab, but he caught it. So that's 3 outs. And as we head to the top of the 8th. And we are back. So I'm just looking down to fill out my scorecard. There's a ball that hit the top of the outside corner to Sam Travis as Jonathan Holder replaces Severino. Severino did a great job, like I said. A very solid outing. There's a ball high, so 1 ball, 1 strike. Jonathan Holder's been pretty solid this season. I mean, he's 3.08 ERA, 206 batting average against. That's how the hitters do against him in 57 innings. There's a single to Judge in right field. So the Red Sox have a good start to the top of the 8th. Right as I say he was having a good season, he allows a hit. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't even supposed to make the bullpen this year. I mean, he was maybe supposed to, but like, he had to win it out in spring training, and then he was the Yankees' best reliever for a little bit during the season. Like, he just like did not allow a run like 30 innings or something. Not they're like maybe not 30 innings, but like a good amount of appearances. I always kind of thought fell him back to earth, but he's still very solid. I still like him as additions for Yankees bullpen. So, and he's got a solid bullpen. I mean, we have Chad Green, Aroldis Chapman, Dylan Betances, David Robertson, Zach Britton, Adam Warren. I mean, they're all very capable relievers. I mean, my theory about relievers is, like, if you go to them too much, you're going to tire out, which is proven. But if you don't get enough from starters, and you got like 4 different relievers, you got to think, all right, in a one-run game, you're trusting 4 guys to be on their best stuff or very good stuff, so they don't allow a run. No matter how good relievers are, like, they might give up a run or they might not do as well. These relievers are one of the best. So, you like, it's interesting. Who's up right now? I think Brandon Phillips is up. So Brandon Phillips is a great player in the Angels. And, oh, okay, so that's frustrating. So Swihart was the guy who got the hit. They messed up on the app about who was hitting where. He pops it up to Gleyber Torres for the first out. But Phillips is a great player. I mean, he wasn't on the Angels, my bad. He was on the Angels. I'm thinking something else, I think. But he was on the Reds. He was a great second baseman for the Reds. And the best of my generation. And now he's in the twilight of his career. And he had the great walk-off hit for the Red Sox recently. But it's good to see him. And it's good that Yankees got him out. That's always an addition, a bonus. Yeah, just got to switch up where the players are hitting, which is annoying to do. So it dirties up my scorecard. All right, that's better. There's a strike, and then he fouled it off. So I love the guy's name who's up. His name's Zue Lin, and he's actually a pretty good defensive player. I don't think he's too tall either, but I remember playing him, Yankees playing against him like a year or so ago, and I liked him. I don't know. He seems like a good, solid, like, he's what you want in a defensive player. He's fast. He's a good glove, good arm. He's solid. I think I remember making like a good diving play, so I was impressed by him. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes on Zue Lin. Strike 3. There we go. 2 outs. Fastball now the outside of the corner. 93 miles per hour. Holder, the pitcher for the Yankees right now, was actually a starter in the minors. But the Yankees has some good starters last year, so put him in relief, and he's stuck ever since. But I remember one game when I first heard about him, he was like making huge headway. Like, he came out of nowhere, and he had this 12 strikeout game in like 5 innings, and like everyone knew him after that from the Yankees organization. And Moreland cuts the ball off to the right side for strike 1. But yeah, Holder's great. He's a fun pitcher to watch. I mean, I wish they would give him a chance to start. But, I mean, their starters they have an access to starters, so he's not really in that mix. But, yeah. He's solid in relief, too, so you don't want to mess with that. And he fits the role pretty well. And Moreland just swung at a high fastball, so he missed. So, no balls, 2 strikes. Paul O'Neill's ranting about something. I was just listening for a second to the game. He's always, I love him. His booth is amazing. Michael K to lead off, who is my hero. There's a ball outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You got David Cohn, who's a great pitcher for the Yankees, the Royals, the Mets. He knows a lot about the little details. And you have Paul O'Neill, who's just a complete character. Like, he's just like always saying some weird stuff, and he's just always like very humorous. And that's a good booth. They're entertaining group to hear, to listen to. Ooh, that's a good shot. And hit Scott right by the fence. That's the third out. Third out, taking a little break. I'm going to use the restroom break really quick.
So,
All right, we are back. And the pitcher for the Red Sox is William Cuevas, who I've never heard of before. Or maybe I've seen him once, but I do not remember him. Sure doesn't remember me either. That's what my dad would like to say. There we go, Voigt. It's a line drive right up the middle to Jackie Bradley Jr. So we got 1 on, no one out to start the bottom of the 8th. Yeah, Paul O'Neill, probably my favorite announcer. I mean, Michael K is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Or that's what GOAT means. I don't know if he's the greatest announcer of all time. Probably belongs to Vince Scully. But he's pretty good. But Paul O'Neill's just hilarious. He was like, you didn't even get your name called. He's already has a single. Hilarious. Love that guy. Yeah. So right now, Gleyber Torres is up, and it's really interesting because he's bats 9th in the order, and he's like one of the better hitters in the lineup. They've got like higher up, and in some games he's batted cleanup, and there's a ball inside, so 1 ball, 1 strike. He's batted cleanup. He's batted 3rd. He's batted 5th and 6th, which is pretty high up. But what's interesting is like. he does well. Like when he was hitting his hops, like he was doing well in the beginning of the season. He was batting ninth, and there he goes, single to left field, first and second on out, and he's gonna pile on some more runs. Love it. Just demolished the Red Sox. It's always a good feeling. Just I had a coach named Greg Polius, and he always lectured to us when you're winning. You don't let up. You stomp on their throat, which is a pretty gory way of looking at it, but like you just keep putting on the pressure. That was basically what he was trying to get at, and that's what he's doing. He's putting on the pressure, which is great. So. Yankees are doing good. Yankees usually don't score as much. They usually just score later in a game, like yesterday when Neil Walker hit a 3-run homer to save the Yankees. And McCutcheon's cues went off the bat to the pitcher, who throws to first, so the runners advance a base each. So now we got second and third, one out. All right, so Greg Bird is pitch hitting for Judge. Now, Greg Bird's had a very disappointing season. I mean, he's had to work his way back through like ankle injuries and all that stuff, but at the end of the day, like he should be in full health. Like he's in full health, and he's not producing. And yeah, it's been sad. He's batting like 196 right now, which is an atrocious average, and he's just not doing. I mean, Luke Voigt took his place. He's just been playing better, and he's a monster. And Bird was supposed to be the Yankees' first baseman in the future. Like, I mean, he took over for Teixeira when Teixeira was on the DL in like 2015, and since then. He's always had high hopes for him. They've always had high hopes for him in general, but he hasn't really been returning that form. And he chops never balls to the pitcher. And he actually gets an RBI out of that. So, hey, there we go. Come off the bat, you get an RBI. Sometimes it's good to hit a ball like just 50 feet. You do a job. So he's now up 9-1. It's 2 outs now. But yeah, the pitcher couldn't throw home on that one because the ball took him to closer to first base, and it was a slow roller. So by the time if you would try to throw home, the runner would be safe. So just get the sure out at first. When in doubt, always get the sure out at first, because especially when you're just losing so badly like this, or you're not sure, just get the sure out at first. It's like a go-to thing. Like there's a ball that hits. But like when there's let's say you're trying to turn a double play, right? Someone bobbles it. I always say, just go to first. You just get the sure out at first. Because that's what matters. I mean, you gotta get at least an out. And it helps you. You try to do some risky plays like that. Sometimes they're beneficial, especially in close games, but yeah. I mean, that was the right play there. 1 ball, 1 strike on hits. Oh yeah, this is really cool. I'll tell you guys after the pitch. Here's the 1-1. Hits moved 1-2 right field. That's never RBI. He's up 10-1 now. It's having himself a game. 3 RBIs now. I think he's doing. Offense is shooting out from all ends tonight, which is great. But as I was saying, that was really cool. Is that this Yankees pitcher named Justice Sheffield, who's one of the best pitching prospects in the game, is going to make his debut next soon. Or probably. He's wearing number 61, and he's making a very anticipated debut. Having a very good season in the minors, and he got the September call-up. September, the roster spanned from 25 to 40. So, yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I'm excited to see him. Should be fun. We get to finally see his stuff at a major league level. Hopefully, he does a good job. Here's a curveball that comes into Stanton. No balls, one strike. But yeah, his name's Justice Sheffield. Pretty cool name. But there's a 0-1. Ball inside, 1-1 strike. But he was in the Andrew Miller deal. He's had this great closer named Andrew Miller, who's one of the best relievers in the game. They traded him because they thought they weren't going to make the playoffs, and they didn't in 2016. We got a good haul return, and one of the key pieces in the haul was this pitcher named Justice Sheffield, who's now the Yankees' best pitching prospect. Ball outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. So his abuse very anticipated. Here comes 2-1. Well, 3 balls, 1 strike. What was I going to say? Another player that got on the deal was Clint Frazier. And Clint Frazier, never seen him. If you've never seen him before, he has like this curly red hair. We call him Red Thunder. And he's like really. He was the big haul of that prospect. He hasn't got as much opportunity. Here's that strike 2, so full count to Stanton. Curveball dunked in for a strike at the lower part of the zone. I mean, but like I said, I mean, Frazier was the big piece in that Andrew Miller deal. He hasn't lived to that expectations. He hasn't also gotten the shot he wants at the big league level. Here's the full count. There's strike 3. Stanton Newton is just walking back to the dugout. But Yankees get 2 runs on the bird ground out and the hits RBI single. So good inning. And inning over, going to take a short break. Hey, dude.
How's the game?
It's good. This is my roommate, Simon. Yes. Yeah. It's almost over if you want to watch like the last 10 minutes of it.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, no, I understand. Yeah. How was it with your friend?
It was good. He
Nice.
learned a lot. So.
Yeah, you were with him for like 3.5 hours.
Yeah, we're just working on practice problems and stuff. Exam.
Oh, okay. That's nice of you, dude.
Cool. All right.
All right. See you.
Let you finish up.
Yep. And there he is, Justice Sheffield, making his Yankee debut. Let's go. This will be awesome. I'm very excited. Like, this is an anticipated debut. This is like, as much as the Yankees scored this game, this might be the most exciting of the game, just to see this prospect make his Yankee debut. It's just going to be, all right, I'm very excited right now. So, this is why I love commentating. I love sport card. You get to see the view of just These amazing players, who you never know how they're going to turn out. You get to see his debut. Here's his first pitch. Ooh, a strike that just missed the outside corner. That's more in Sanchez. You got to frame that better, man. But hey, not a bad first pitch. Had a very good season. Wow, these numbers are amazing. 116 innings, 123 strikeouts, 195 batting average against. Here's the second pitch. High. So 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, this is very exciting. He's the Yankees' future. The Yankees have had some good prospects as of late. Judge, Severino. There we go. First strike, 95. Top of the zone. That one looked a bit high, but it's almost like a makeup for the first pitch. So it's good. Here's a 2-1. Ball outside. All right, don't walk the first guy, man. But yeah, just it's awesome. I think it's like a fastball, like mid-90s, good slider, all that stuff. Solid pitcher. Here's a 3-1. And Brock Holt laced it to McCutchen, who slid to get the ball, and he'll be limited to a single. Not a bad pitch. I mean, just kind of hung outside. So apparently, I also messed up a bit more on the scorecard because I'll just fix it after a game. That's just messy. Like, it's not me; it's the app, and they told me the players are in the wrong place. Here's a yellow. Oh, outside. It's a little wild right now. They said he has some command issues, which is a little worrisome. But hey, he's also probably his nerves, so But I'm still excited to see him. And here's comes the 1-0 pitch to Nunez. There we go. There's a grinder. That'll be his first out. Ooh, I wonder if they're going to challenge that. It was to his back. He's a lefty, and the ball was hit towards first base, and he tried to backhand it, but then he bobbled it, and they threw it to first, and it was just too late. And Nunez is very fast. So, I think they'll go down as a hit. Should be interesting to see. It was like Michael K just said, it's a tough play. So scoop it, he had to almost do the same motion. Yeah. David Cohn just made a great point in saying that he falls off to third. So, yeah, because of that, it's kind of hard for him to go to first base. So now it's just me, myself, and no more viewers. But maybe someone watching on it. I don't know. Just keep going. Let's see. Do they score the hit? Ugh, MLB at bat is lagging behind, which is annoying. There's a ball low. Yeah, they gave him a single. So first and second, no one out. So 1 ball, no strikes to who? Who's it? Cindy Leon. Oh yeah, I forgot. He's a switch hitter. So he's originally batting lefty, now he's batting righty. Nunez might be hurt. They're checking on him. Interesting. They're taking him out of the game. I don't think it's too serious. They're just taking him out for precautionary reasons. Christian Vasquez, Red Sox catcher, will run. Never Red Sox catcher. Phone was just dropped. So he just said that Sheffield, one of his favorite pitchers or players is David Price that he loved as a kid, which is pretty funny because David Price is the one who started the game. If you're just turning in, then Warren Nunez just exited the game. Now there's a pop-up to Torres, who took over for Gleyber Torres, and now it's 1 out. But as I was saying before, Nunez exited the game. I think got a little bit banged up as he was running to first base. They didn't want to take a chance. So he put in pitch runner Christian Vasquez, who was a decently fast catcher. And now at the plate is the Jackie Bradley Jr., center fielder. So that's the first out recorded in Justice Sheffield's career. He's the pitcher right now for the Yankees. I'm not sure who's watching. Not sure if it's my mom or friend. So I saw no viewers a couple minutes ago. So right now you're my sole viewer. So thank you, whoever you are. The last pitch was a strike. So no balls, 1 strike to Jackie Bradley Jr. Ball outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Let's see his motion. They're zooming in. Yeah, I agree with David Cohn. It's a pretty simple motion, like not some funky lefty motion, just leg up, leg down, straight to the plate. That was a great slide. Looks like I was going to hit him and then just dunked in for a strike at the top of the strike zone. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. I mean, that was probably the most impressive pitch so far that I've seen from him. I mean, he looks fine. I don't know, you get used to him. But that slider was good. That was a good pitch. And he has good life on his fastball. So there's a slider dirt, so 2 balls, 2 strikes. And here comes the 2-2. Sheffield comes to set. Here it goes. And he hit him. Oh, did he hit him? No. Oh, it didn't hit him. He just, turned his body. It looked like it almost hit him. But that's a ball. So, full count. Oh, come on, don't lag on me now. It's lagging on me. So just gotta exit out and go back in. All right, we didn't miss anything, so that's good. Just missed top of the zone. So now his base is loaded. So I wonder if Yankees are just gonna see how he can handle bases loaded and all that stuff, or how to get out of tough situations. It's just major debut, so you don't expect too much. 10-1 game, not every debut is going to be perfect. Not every pitching performance is going to be great. That's baseball. It's life. You don't have perfect outings. But like I said, I mean, what I've seen too far, maybe he's not on his A game. I'm sure nerves are going through his head. I don't see. He's interesting. He has a good fastball. His slider can be looks decent. So, but nothing special yet. I know he seems he has a lot of hype surrounding him. So I'm sure he'll live up to those expectations, or hopefully he will. But yeah. Because I don't see too much from him right now. He seems wild, which is he was supposed to get better at. There's never ball in the dirt, so 2 balls, no strikes. Yeah, Pony made a good comment. Gary Sanchez should go to the mound right now. Just calm him down. mean, he pounded his glove like, hey, let's go. Come on. But need a little bit more than that. Come on. Like, 2-0 count, major league debut. Go out to the mound, man. There's a strike. There we go. Fastball outside. He has Justice Sheffield has a gold chain on his neck. It's kind of been the thing. Like, I mean, I know Severino has it, Cespedes has it, Sheffield has it. A lot of these Latino pitchers have it. Fastball just missed inside, so 3 balls, 1 strike. Betts, who does not strike out too much, has 2 strikeouts this game from Severino, so pretty impressive. And since he's 0 for 3, and Martinez was 3 for 3. Oh, hi, whoever just joined. It's top of the 9th. Yankees are up 10-1. Justice Sheffield's pitching. 3-1 counts and Mookie Betts. Here's the pitch. Ooh. That ball just missed from becoming a homer. Very close. Wow. By a couple feet. That's crazy. Wow. I was just saying how Betts is 0 for 3 in the game, meaning he has 3 at-bats without a hit. Martinez was 3 for 3, which means 3 at-bats with 3 hits. Okay, it's more than a couple of feet. It was like 50 feet or so, but it looked really close on camera. The sea view. So that's full count. It's MVP candidate Mookie Betts. So let's see how he's gonna do. His average went from 337 tonight to 335. Not too much of a dip, but, not that great. And here comes the payoff pitch, or the pitch that will count. And hits Didi, on to Torres, on to first, double play, Yankees win. And Sheffield gets out of the inning without giving up a run. Yankees win 10-1. So, all right, he gets the ball for his first career pitching appearance. He's loving it. Torres pats him on the head. Voigt's hugging him. It's good. No out run. He's like, big sigh of relief. Was very relieved, very happy. And that's it. That's my first podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed who watched this and who watched it throughout and who watched it afterwards in the replay. Thank you guys for watching. I had a good time. My throat's pretty sore, but it was fun. Yankees win 10-1, and yeah, it was a good game. So have a good night. Shana Tova. Happy Yom Kippur. Don't know how to say Happy Yom Kippur in Hebrew. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. All right, good night. Take care.